Alright. Hey everyone. We're back with another First Play episode after our long campaign of Charterstone. So we should be back on trying new games again on a regular basis. Anyways, today we're playing Discover Lands Unknown by Fantasy Flight Games. Which, in case you don't know, it's one of their first games that's supposed to be part of their unique games line. There's this one in Keyforge, which basically, the idea being that every game you unbox is completely different. So there's a variable amount of characters, tile, geographies, layouts of the tiles. So the copy that Josh buys, he's a good employee and he buys the games from us, will be different than the copy that we got here that we're playing with right now.
I do.
just so you guys know. I don't know how, like, there's a whole long list of things that are different. Characters, equipment cards, tiles, etc., etc. Terrain, yeah. But, so we don't quite know exactly what kind of combination of things we got. And because of all these possible different combinations, each game is rather unique. How much of a difference it makes in the gameplay, I don't know. We'll find out today. Anyways, I should do the introductions for those of you that don't remember. Shelby, Josh is one of our minions, newly acquired minions. We'll see if we keep him after Christmas. We'll see. And then the old fogey over here is also one of our minions, Mike. We keep him on and off because, he's retired. Alright, anyway, enough with the BSing. Let's get on with the game. So Josh has played it once, but he doesn't remember the rules. So technically this is all first play for all of us.
Right.
Okay.
So the setup for this involves a lot of different steps, some of which we've done just to expedite this video. But we're going to go through the steps and mention them. And the first thing, of course, is to choose a scenario. And since it recommends in the rule book that all beginners start with scenario 1, that's what we're doing. This set came with 2 sets of terrain tiles. One was the Badlands, one was the Valley. Scenario 1, this Valley Lands Unknown brochure, the green one is the Valley reference sheet, says it's for scenarios 1, 2, and 5. The Badlands in this particular box game says it's for 3, 4, and 6. So since we're doing scenario 1, we pulled this out, and it shows the Valley components to be used for scenarios 1, 2, and 5. And we have done so ahead of time on this, but we'll still go through the setup. So the first thing it says is to select the scenario, which we did. It's scenario 1. Shelby over here has pulled the scenario cards out of the scenario deck for scenario 1, and she's to read from the start stage 1 card of the chosen scenario aloud. It provides the first objective that players need to complete to advance towards winning the game. Keep the other quest cards for the scenario face down. They will be used later.
Okay, so actually before we read our quest and all that good stuff, I'm going to play the quick video to give everybody an overview at home. So we're going to mute for a second and then go back to normal, I think, here in a sec. This one, and where did it go? There we go. I think they have audio. Yes, they have audio now. Because last time it screwed up. I forgot to turn on the Elgato sound. It's pretty artwork, I'll give them that much. Yeah, I'm just curious to see just how different, like I know Keyforge has some differences to the decks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really curious to see how you'd replicate that in a box.
Well, there's 6 different terrain types. So when they pair them, you only get 2 of the 6, number 1. And then they have to do the different scenario cards and different rule sheets to go with them.
And you shuffle all the tiles every time you make them out.
Yeah, so. But if you have the Valley, this one says the Valley is 1, 2, and 5. I don't know if every Valley that you would get in every game is 1, 2,
And some other ones.
who knows?
Yeah.
Alright, we're back. And we have audio, so we're good to go. Alright, read the objective-y thingamajigers.
Alright, 2 worlds. Scenario 1, Stage 1. April 1985. You think. The creature emits a howling wail as it grabs your face. Your survival instincts kick in and you fight back, knocking the creature into your campfire. It lights a flame, then runs off howling like a wounded dog. Your camp is in ruins, and you have trouble recalling what you were doing here in the first place. You must search the area for clues. After a survivor investigates a landmark, place 1 counter in that space. When the figure spaces, it looks like our little survivors, when the spaces have counters on them, advance to stage 2.
Okay.
That's what it said. Looks like our figure. There's the little...
Oh, okay. The spaces have our
when
a symbol that looks like one of these.
Okay,
so in addition to that, I'm going to read some more fluff that came with this particular scenario book. This applies actually to scenarios 1, 2, and 5, but since it's there and it sounds pretty interesting.
Okay.
So, birdsong awakens you. And at first you stretch and yawn, almost comfortable. The soft moss beneath you makes a fine bed, but as you straighten up, a cool breeze brushes past you with the promise of colder weather to come. Where are you? Snow-clad peaks surround you on every side, bright and sharp in the morning sun. You stand at the bottom of a bowl-shaped valley. Rolling green grass and clumps of hardy pine and spruce trees everywhere. It's beautiful, but cold. And aside from a few buildings so old the trees grow right through them, you don't see any obvious signs of shelter. How did you get here? You search your memory and find nothing. You could be 12 miles from the nearest city or 1,000. You have no idea. There's certainly no way out climbing these forbidden cliffs. A single snowflake blows past on the breeze. Wherever you are, you will certainly not survive a winter here.
All right. Feels like Robinson Crusoe. Forgot to put a roof.
So everybody needs to roll a dice to become the tribal leader.
I got a 1.
11.
Not me.
7.
1.
All right.
Oh, great. The elder gets to be the tribe leader.
That's, whether I like it or not, I'm the tribal leader. Create the night deck. We have done that.
Done that.
Find all the terrain components, some of which remain in numerical order, and some of which get shuffled.
What are these? Are terrain components? Oh, this
terrain components and cards and such, and terrain-specific tokens, common tokens. Build the map, which we did, and they have a compass north. So that is north. If there's
and
any
is this
references.
how was the map built? Was it like you put 1 and then
it follows?
You follow that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You'll shuffle
So
the ones
the
together and then
2
randomly
ones
place
and then
them.
the 2s.
So your map is going to be random based on the numbers, locations every time. Place the compass token at the top. Assign characters. Okay, so what we did is we shuffled the character cards. You deal 2 to each player. Each player secretly chooses one of their cards to keep. Once they have chosen, you simultaneously reveal what you are and return the others to the game. Now, of course, being a first play, only Josh has some idea of whether those abilities are useful or not. However, I see that in my case, just saying, 2 generic approaches to the game. One is help the players. The other one is help myself. So guess what I'm keeping as the tribal leader? Help myself. Because without a leader, you guys are lost.
I don't know, man. Mine's like potentially hurt the other people. Because I don't know what exactly an enemy token
We're going
means.
to be revealing these.
And 1 is definitely helpful. So we're going to go with helpful.
Aren't you
instead of
nice?
Hurtful.
Okay, so now we simultaneously
help me too, so-
reveal these. I am Dre Jordan, the football star.
Very nice.
Great. So you can run.
I'm a combat-oriented guy.
Yeah. I'm Richard Hyon, a pharmacist. So I get medicine.
Ooh, medicine's good.
Last time I played, that's who I was. He was very helpful.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, the other one was an
Monica-
assassin. I'm like,
I'm Monica Garcia. I'm a dancer. I can escape combats.
you're a dancer.
Yeah.
Well, this will be useful.
I chose Jasmine Limjoko. She's a mountain climber. I can move over terrain.
Oh, well,
And
get
explorating type guy.
I can
Or
use
girl.
1 less stamina
Look,
over
if
difficult
we're gonna
terrain.
die, at least we'll be entertained. I mean,
So, I'm combat oriented. So we assign the characters, then we have survivor setup, which determines what your survivor board will be, is based on the number of players. So it scales to the number of players. We're 3 or 4, we only get 8 stamina.
Oh, that's the stamina.
We get a food token, which is your shish kebab side of the token.
And water.
And a clean water, which is the water drop side of the token.
All right.
You get your 3 combat support cards. They're all identical. Now, what we're going to do is draw a number of cards from the top of the normal blue project deck based on the number of players, keeping these cards secret for now. So 3 or 4 players, it's 1 card each. So you're drawing four cards, 1 card each, keeping them secret for now.
So we don't even look at them.
It says keeping these cards secret for now. 1 survivor figure matching the color at the camp. We are now ready to begin playing the game. So there's a note, survivors and players. The term survivor in this game refers to both a player and the in-game character. So whenever you see the term survivor. Playing the game is played over a number of game rounds, 2 phases to each round. There's a day phase. Survivors move about the map, gather resources, craft items, and more. There's a night phase, resolve a night card. So the day phase, you gather resources, starting with the tribal leader. Now I'm going to read a little box in the rules. There's a little box in these rules about the tribal leader. I want to read this so we know what I'm stuck with. The survivor with the tribal leader token is the tribal leader and takes the first turn each day. Additionally, if the group needs to make a decision but cannot agree, the tribal leader makes the decision. You guys watch out.
Break ties, eh?
Which, at the end of each night, survivors discuss the upcoming day and decide if they want a different survivor to become the tribe leader. No, wait.
Put you off the island.
The tribe
valley.
token.
The tribe leader makes the final decision and can go against the wishes of the other survivors unless all other survivors unanimously choose the same survivor to become the new tribal leader. Okay, so overview real quick. A phase, starting with tribal leader proceeding clockwise. You take 1 turn. During a turn, you can perform as many actions as he or she wishes, spending 1 stamina for each. The summary of the actions are on your card. You have gather, move and gather, scout, cook meat, restart fire, craft, trade, investigate, recover, and card action. After all survivors have taken their turns, you proceed to the night phase. The night phase, a tribe leader draws the top card of the night deck, resolves it from top to bottom, and then discards it. These cards always, just to be aware, the night cards, always allow the survivors to gain at least 6 stamina.
At least 6?
At least 6 stamina.
So
So that
if you
obviously
spend
gives you 6 actions but be aware that if you end up involuntarily losing stamina,
Yeah.
you may not be getting stamina back up to full amount. Just saying. Okay, you're spent to perform actions. Described leader cannot have less than 0 stamina nor more than 12. During the night card, discard the night card after resolving it. Threat cards. Being away from the fire at night can be dangerous. Some night cards tell you that things are going on. Some of them have the word ongoing. If multiple survivors draw threat cards at the same time, they draw and resolve them 1 at a time, starting with the tribe leader and going clockwise. Some threat cards are labeled tribal. If there are no other survivors on the map, they discard the card and draw a new threat card. Ooh, for no reason. Discarding cards. When a night or threat card is discarded, is placed face up next to its deck. If there's no card, shuffle all tier 2 into the new deck. We don't reshuffle tier 1s. Excuse me. Some cards have traits listed on them, such as cold or master key. They might be referred to by other cards. Winning the game. The survivor's main objective is to complete quest cards, and the final quest card in each scenario tells survivors how they can win the game. We don't know what those are yet. Pete probably can remember what they are, but theoretically, we don't know what they are.
I'll keep it to myself.
The current quest card remains face up and contains the instructions needed to complete it, as well as what happens when completed. When the card instructs survivors to advance to a new stage, they find the quest card of the specific stage, then is placed face up and becomes the current quest. The final stage of each scenario describes how the survivors win the game. When a survivor wins the game, that player removes their figure from the map, discards all of their cards, tokens, and counters, and no longer participates in the game. Individual objective, obviously. All other survivors remaining in the game continue playing. So yeah, that's that little free-for-all on the final quest. If a survivor suffers too much damage, that survivor loses the game. By the way, that damage number is 4. Any combination of 4 damage of any type and you're gone. So performing actions, you can perform any number of actions, reduce the stamina by 1 or more if the action costs more than 1 stamina. You can perform the same action multiple times, but cannot perform an action if he or she does not have enough stamina to pay for it. You keep any unspent stamina for the next day. When you're taking a turn, you're considered the current survivor and is the only survivor that can perform actions. All right, so then we have a bunch of detailed rules on the different actions. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for an action that I can perform from where I'm at. Since we have a singular revealed tile. And
Could you pass me a bottle of medicine, please?
You get one to start.
Yeah.
Right here in front of me.
Thank you. I figured it was one with.
So we have,
Before you
what do we
start,
have in this
Mike,
space? We have a campfire token. That's what it shows.
Before you start, Mike, there's one more rule that we need to look at in that scenario book about terrain. I think it's the back page. At the top.
Special terrain rules?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I should know this, I guess. Exit tokens.
Okay.
Type of feature token. They can be gathered like any other feature token. It cannot be discarded from the map. They do not show up, by the way, until a card is drawn to tell them to be placed. And I've put the random exit tokens somewhat near where they go, but they have an actual specified spot that they're placed on, and they're exit tokens. So we won't be drawing. Then there's some features that have berry resources. They look like little leaves.
Okay. Yeah.
These tokens can be spent or discarded as food. However, a survivor spends a berry token in place of food, that player must either spend 1 medicine or roll a dice.
Because it could be poison berries.
Yes, and on 1 through 3, you suffer 1 poison damage. Sickness damage is what
I'm
it is.
guessing that's what this little.
This little
Yes.
so
Looking
that's the
thing.
type of damage. You have to move 1 of your arrows to that kind of damage, I guess, is the way that's going to work. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of ugly, isn't it? I see how this thing works.
If you get a 4 damage of some sort,
You end up in skull territory.
Well, if you take physical damage, like there's monsters that would be revealed, like snakes. If they hurt you, you'll take a skull damage. The berries would be the ugly one. If you're going out of your food and water tokens, you'll take either food or water damage.
And the 4th one is the one that kills you, right?
Yeah, the 4th.
So if you've got your arrow, 3 arrows are not on hearts, and you then take another damage.
You're out. Yep. Let's see how this is going.
Now, some of the things I mentioned earlier to them before you arrived, frequently overlooked rules. When you suffer 4 damage any type, you're eliminated. We just discussed that. After crafting a project card from your hand, draw a new project card. If an ability is used to move a survivor,
I don't know if we're supposed to look at these.
It didn't say. Draw a new project card. Okay, if an ability is used to move a survivor rather than using the action, you do not gather resources. Okay. Each survivor has a carry limit of 10, which includes both items and resources. Quest items cannot be discarded.
Okay, so I have 3 out of 10.
He gets some medicine because of his character's ability.
Oh, you got a free medicine.
Yeah. I'm a part
Aren't you clever? whatever that is. Okay, so I guess I can craft that thing if I have the appropriate resources.
So the rule that I was actually talking about, Mike, is the terrain rule. So the grass areas,
terrain rule.
Actually, the valley terrain stamina cost.
You want the description.
The grass areas allow you to spend 1 stamina to move to those spots, but then there's other terrains like this hill one here, which requires 2 stamina to move to that space.
That's not it. That's not a rule. That's just a stamina cost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Special terrain rules.
That's what I was referring to as the stamina cost. And then there's another one that's like a rocky outcrop that requires 3 stamina to move onto that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
1, 2,
2 stamina. So all of these are 1s except for that one.
Yeah.
That one has a binocular thing, which obviously is some form of exploring capability.
I want to say it's on a hill, so you can see further. I'm guessing.
Part of the problem I've had already was trying to find an icon that was referenced on a different card that I threw away, and I found nowhere listed in this book that I could find.
But
so
what I think it stood for once you read the rule about staminas, and for actions, I think it's
it's probably in here in some microscopic print of some sort.
It was a one with like 2 arrows that were circling each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pay that cost.
I see it now. I thought it was a circle.
No, I think it's
2 arrows. It's the
arrows. It's just
stamina.
Arrows. It's 1 stamina. Spend 1
cost.
stamina to spend a medicine to heal 1.
That's undoubtedly what it means, but
there's no
looking
icon
through
in the book. Yeah. Which, reading this again, I think the icon that looks like our character tokens is the number of characters of people playing. Because I'm reading the sentence again, and I think it's when...
Like this binoculars, on one of these cards will have a red version of that on one of the spaces.
After sorry, place 1 counter in that space when
players...
Number of spaces have counters on them in advance.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say what counter, just a counter.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's an objective icon. Exploring the world. To complete a scenario, survivors frequently need to travel to specific locations or find specific items.
I'll get some coffee. Be right back.
Objective icon. Some spaces have red objective icons printed on them. They have no game effect, but may be referred to by cards.
Right,
so this one has no game effect because we're not looking for the red binoculars. We're looking for the red character spots. Aha. So there is nothing to be gained from the red thing by moving onto the hill. I don't know why you would want to go to the hill over something else, but it's probably a gather thing. Well, who knows? Okay. Move and gather action. Since it seems like a thing that's probably going to be used extensively, I will mention this rule. Move your figure to an adjacent space by setting stamina equal to the stamina cost, which is shown on the terrain reference sheet. After moving, you may perform 1 gather action in their space without spending stamina. If it contains multiple types of terrain, the cost is determined by the terrain that covers the majority of the space. If the space has a water source or landmark, the stamina cost is based on the terrain surrounding the water source or landmark. It can be found on page 9 as an example. Okay, fine. We'll get to that. Scout action. Cannot move on to face-down map tiles, must first scout them. To scout, the survivor chooses a map tile adjacent to their space, flips the tile face up. They then draw feature tokens from the supply, placing a matching token on top of each feature icon that matches. Okay.
They've all been transferred out, right? Sorry.
Okay, so I guess you can look at your project cards because they said keep them secret for now, but you keep them secret to yourself, I guess.
I have no idea. Okay. There's a number.
Oh, I see. It probably means if you spend the resource, you get the card.
Okay.
Number.
All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the card number. Okay.
Yes,
there's a
you
number
get a crafted
here,
item card. So project cards with blueprints for crafting item shows the item that can be crafted as well as the resource cost, which indicates the materials needed to craft that item. Okay, the resource cost is those resources at the bottom.
Yeah.
The item number is the crafted item number. They can exist in a survivor's hand or face up in the play area where all survivors can use them. Project cards in a survivor's hand are kept hidden. However, survivors can talk about and show their cards to each other as they see fit.
Okay.
Cooperative until the end.
Yep.
Maybe.
The putting a sharp rock on a stick makes a good weapon. The putting a sharp rock on a stick makes a good weapon. I can share that knowledge with y'all.
Right.
I'm way more sophisticated than you.
You cannot look at cards in the crafted item deck until the item is crafted.
Okay.
Okay, so you can voluntarily take this and put it in the face-up area for anyone to use, or you can keep it secret in your hand, is what it's basically saying. Project cards can exist in a survivor's hand, or face-up in the play area where all survivors can use them. I'm going to keep mine to myself.
Well, they have to be completed first. Is that what
No. These are project cards, not item cards.
Okay. Right.
This is a project.
Okay.
So
you
can
make it available for everyone and
to
say,
finish the
Can
project.
exist. It says it can exist.
I think there's only one person can have the item. So
correct.
Like if my item is better for you to have, I can put it in the play area so that way you can craft it, and that way you can use it to help.
Yeah, I don't know what my
this
item
is
does,
definitely better for me.
I have a good
No
idea what
question
my
about it.
item does, but
This matches my character perfect. I'm going, really?
Yeah.
Well, I assume what it is. Okay. So just be aware that in addition to the resource cards, some project cards also possess a fire icon. Cannot be crafted unless your survivor is at a fire.
Okay.
So that's what the fire icon means if you have such things.
I guess you can't cook stew without a fire.
Nope.
Some terrain reference sheets are used. Use advanced project cards.
And we were
not
saying
using
that about
those.
the food tokens. Like the other side is raw meat, so you have to get to the campfire to cook it. So.
All right, so I'm going to say that what I need to do, there is the, okay, move and gather. So you move and then you gather. Or you can gather where you're at. So I'm going to take an action to move my guy, I'm blue, right, to an adjacent space.
So that's one stamina.
One stamina. I'm using a move and gather action, which then allows me to gather action without spending a stamina.
Okay.
The gather. Let's go to the gather action.
Gather will be for later, Mike. We'll flip cards over and they'll have icons on them, and we'll be placing those tokens over there, and so you can move on to those to gather those ones.
So space contains multiple types of terrain that cost determine majority of space has a water source.
I think you might be thinking of scouting.
Yeah.
No, I'll get to that. I'm going to do that next, but move to an adjacent space. Stamina cost is shown. Okay. So you can only gather the tokens that are out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no tokens on our starting spot. So my next action will be to scout action. Cannot move onto face down map tiles. Must first scout them. To scout them, chooses a map tile adjacent to their space, flips the tile face up.
So for the move and gather thing, these tiles will get flipped. When they do, we'll have these little icons in the corner.
Put them on
We're
there.
about to do that.
We'll put a corresponding stuff on top of them.
That makes
So
sense.
we're
And
about
then you can gather that
we're
item
about to do
when you
that
move on.
because I'm going to do a scout action. One stamina. Oh no! Wait. First, I don't do a stamina. It says first chooses a map tile adjacent.
Yeah.
Flips the tile face up.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they draw feature tokens from the supply, placing a matching token on top of each feature icon on the map tile. Each token is placed face down without revealing it.
So
You're not supposed to look at the bottom of these. These are randomly.
Okay. Well, all right. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm looking at. So
We want one of the ones that has a
one
log
has
on it.
A log.
see, that was the problem when I was looking at these. They had logs on the other side. I'm
it's
like, are
log
these
on the
upside
front.
down?
Put a log token right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's a move and gather spot.
Yes.
The feature token's artwork does not need to match the space's artwork. All that matters is the icon if there's a water source on the tile, place a face down water source. These are water source tokens. Okay, so I've done the scout action. Scout action is adjacent. It doesn't cost you anything to scout it. But now that it's got terrain, it's going to cause a move and gather.
So the action of scouting doesn't cost stamina.
It doesn't say that. It says that I just followed the entire instructions there.
Because I thought an action cost the stamina.
Well,
I believe it does cost 1 stamina to scout.
spending 1 stamina for each. Okay. For each action.
So then the question is for each action. So it's just 1 stamina to move and then 1 stamina for the terrain?
So no. So Mike did 1 to move here, 1 to scout, 1 to move here. So he's used 3 stamina at this point.
That I understand, but I was just wondering if it meant that like doing the action of moving cost you a stamina, and then you got to pay the terrain cost 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, for like this type of thing.
No,
so if you were to move here, you'd pay 2 stamina to move that because it cost you.
So I'm going to do a move and gather into here. It has no hills or anything to pay, so it's a 1 stamina.
Yep.
And I gather for free.
Right.
And you'll collect the token. Fair warning, some of these will flip over to be monsters that we have to fight.
Sweet.
And they're like snakes and moose.
Great. Creatures.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
And those are the random monster tokens.
And those are like not moose or snakes or.
Yeah, I guess that answers my first question. Is this a fantasy setting, which apparently it is when I say creature?
What I want to do, I've done this so far, I want to do a craft action. Choose a project card in my hand, place the card face up on the table near the map, and draw 1 new project card from the deck. Okay, choose a project card in your hand or face up on the table. I see. Spend the resources shown at the bottom of the card. Ha!
1 staff.
What?
1. Okay.
1 of those.
What?
91.
91.
Draw
Got
1.
a staff.
Yep, I'm going to figure this is a beat people up staff.
My sharp rock's not sounding so bad now, right?
It's a wooden staff. It's a weapon.
And you draw a new project card?
Yep. Okay. That worked out perfectly to start off with. So I have, that's cost me 4.
And I think you're up to 5 because you moved, scouted, moved, move and gather, craft. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I moved 3 spaces plus 2 other actions, yes.
Yeah.
So, I will, since I'm going to end up, I'll just move over here and be done.
Okay.
And not take a risk.
Go to John.
Because combat after combat.
All right, what does investigate do?
You need to investigate landmarks.
Okay, investigate action. Some spaces contain landmarks, which is like the ruined buildings token, and it has a little banner under it with a number. Each landmark has a number that corresponds to an exploration token. If a survivor in the same space is a landmark, the player can perform an investigate action to resolve the exploration card matching the landmark's number. So you have to find.
Okay.
You have to find what looks like a ruins.
I'm gonna go explore that tree of life there. So hang on for a second though. Was there some kind of penalty for being away from fire? Because
there is.
He pulled a Robinson Crusoe, I think, again. Okay.
Just at the end of the
in
night.
the night phase. If
I don't know when the night phase comes, but okay, we'll find
I
out.
did not get back to camp. Oh well.
Right, so 1, 2, 3. So that puts me to 5.
And
Plus
then
1,
one
that's
more for
4.
an investigate. Okay, resolving the numbered exploration enemy and crafted item cards all have numbers on the back and kept in numerical order. Instructed to resolve a numbered card, they pick up the appropriate deck, find the card matching the number, read the card aloud, and resolve it. 4 types of cards.
A giant sequoia. The tree rises up above you, taller than a tower. Its roots snarl around the gap big enough to squeeze through. Resolve exploration card number 12.
So now you go to the next card.
Okay. 12.
Was that an instant?
Cool.
Was it called? Does it have a type?
Resolve exploration card number 12. It doesn't.
No, a type of
has
card.
it on the bottom.
It lists the types of cards. Yes, it
Yes,
is an
it's-
instant. It
okay.
goes back in the deck.
Tactical armor. Beneath the roots, you find a wooden crate. The suit of armor inside was an emblem of Ursa Major and Polaris. Has on an emblem of Ursa Major and Polaris. Defense. You may roll a die. On a 9 to 12, I prevent damage
So
from
that's a green.
physical
That's
damage.
an item.
Yeah,
Yes.
Very nice.
I'll take it.
And now
I
you're supposed to
am-
put a
Good find.
token on it. After a survivor investigates a landmark, place 1 counter on that space. When
What type of
spaces
counter?
have, it doesn't say.
That's the problem. All these don't say counter
Yeah,
types.
You can look at the card.
Well, no, these, that same thing. What are those counters? Just generic counters, maybe?
Actually, I think these are what it's talking
It
about.
Okay.
might be.
Alright, so that's... Because I don't see...
That's salvage. Or no, that's not salvage.
No, salvage is the gear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those are 20 counters.
Yeah, okay.
That's a counter.
Okay, so that's a counter.
Wish they would have called it an exploration counter or an objective counter.
But I still.
No, it's
I
a
still
counter.
I
don't
think
know.
it's to show that that one's been done already.
No, I
and we
get
can't
it.
investigate
But
again.
the rule book would have been great if they labeled that as
Yeah.
like something counters.
It's, you have to go back to
Generic
the frame where
counter,
it tells you
vanilla
what
counter.
everything is.
I don't
Yeah.
care counter.
Well,
so
They put a resource
2,
token reference,
3.
but they didn't put a counter
So you
reference.
spend 7?
Well, it's in the
I
components
have one
list.
left.
It shows it in the components.
Yeah.
To be fair, it does show these as 20 counters.
That's fine. I just wish they would have labeled them as.
Yeah, it's
Generic.
poorly organized to find in the first play.
All right.
Once you know it, I guess it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's not immensely complicated so far. So
So I guess this one's expired. We'll leave it
So
over here.
I
John's
think if we use them all, we can reshuffle them back in.
go.
Probably.
1 to move, 2 to scout. Six.
We need one of those. And it's another,
Flashlight.
it doesn't matter as an objective. We're not using that type of objective. So
Okay, so that was 2.
That's the kind of terrain that I was talking about. So 3 stamina cost.
3, 4 to move
gather.
together.
what'd you pick up?
Berries.
You can eat at your own risk.
Yep. Then.
I didn't make it back to the campfire. Oh no.
That's it. We played many a game of Robinson Crusoe, and
I'll go back 5, 6. That's it.
Oh, you're
I mean,
not.
it could be fun in this game. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not gonna risk it.
We're gonna find
yet.
out. Well, you're
Well, he's gotta go still, and then.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll scout and scout for 5 and 6.
well, scout one thing at a time.
Okay, I need a wood, a rock, and another one that looks like the one that I picked up.
There's a rock, a wood, and one of these. This one
that-
has
oh, it's a
lots of
food.
stuff. I
Okay.
see. The higher the number, the more likely it is more
I wonder if
stuff.
that's the number
And then
of
you're
stuff that's on it.
scouting. No, because that we turned to 2 over, wasn't it?
Hey,
No, that
found
was
the
a
water
3.
source, guys.
Hey, water source and rock.
Yeah, it might be none of our components
I
because
think
this
a
one
water
said 3.
source probably is important. I'm going to guess.
And then I'll move over to the rock and gather that. Please don't be a creature. Alright, I'm good.
Okay, there's a stone.
And let's put this down. I don't want stamina.
Okay, so then we're going into the night phase.
Dun, dun, dun.
During the night phase, tribe leader draws the top of the night deck. Oh boy. So, resolves it top to bottom, then discards it. Thirst. Each survivor either spends 1 water or suffers a damage.
There went the water.
But I found a water source.
Yeah,
Yeah,
water
yeah.
source.
Good.
Deep sleep. Each survivor at a fire gains 9 stamina at a fire.
Woohoo!
Each other survivor gains 7 stamina. Ooh, cool.
Backup date.
Well, you can go all the way up to 12, according to what it says.
Yeah, I'm at 10.
It's the starting stamina was what you started at. The tribal leader draws 1 project card. Oh, how nice. Look at the tribal leader's bonus. Move each monster token. There aren't any. If there are no normal monster tokens on the map, spawn 1 monster token at the lowest numbered landmark.
Well, there's only 1 landmark.
Okay.
There's a monster out there. I guess I better go take care of it.
We had to flip it, or maybe we had to encounter it. I don't remember.
I'll look it up, but that was patrol. That was the end of this particular card. The interesting thing is those 4 on top were shuffled, right?
Yes.
But we got the number 1 card. That's number 1 of 10. So we got the first card you're supposed to do if you put it in numerical order. That's kind of interesting, where we all lose our water right off the bat.
Well, found a water source. So.
Yeah, well, that's not helpful if it makes you take a water and you don't have any because you're 10 miles away from your water source.
The hope is, though, that's the infinite one, because one of them is not infinite.
Okay, during the night after resolving it.
Yeah.
That looks infinite.
You can go up to 12 stamina, so if it did give you 9, you get to go above 8.
I went to 10.
Yeah. Just so you know, you can go up to 12. 0 to 12.
I was pretty happy.
I have 9.
When I'm
Discard the night card after resolving it, then decide to either give or give the tribal leader token to another survivor or to keep it. Well, what do you guys think? Somebody have a burning desire to go first?
No, you can keep it.
All right. Let's find out how dangerous this place is.
Go for it.
Why not? Let me double check something real quick first, though.
And worst things worse, John will come down to you.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I drew that and then I got that. Wow. I don't think that's gonna... But let's gamble that what I've got is all I need. Okay. So let's see, since I don't know. Perils of the Wild. Monster tokens. Take a random monster token from the supply, blah, blah, blah. If there's a survivor in the space, flip the token face up, and the survivor immediately resolves combat against it. Described later.
Yeah. So you moves where you are.
When a survivor moves into a space that contains a monster token, the survivor flips the token face up and immediately resolves combat. Okay, moving monster tokens, blah, blah, blah. Combat.
Real simple, you roll the gray and red dice, and then...
Survivor rolls 2 dice, 1 gray, 1 red. Result of the gray is... If the result of the gray is equal to or higher than the enemy's defense value, the enemy's dealt damage. If the result of red die is equal to or higher than the enemy's attack value, the survivor suffers damage. Aha! So...
Red is monster, gray is survivor. You roll the 2 of them and compare.
Yeah.
It's all against the enemy's defense and attack values, not anything that we have.
Basically, you want to roll a high gray and a low red.
Yeah.
Oh.
My ability, though, before I roll dice in combat, I can roll a die, and if I roll higher than a 4, I run away.
Okay, so my special ability is not going to help me until I take a damage.
Well, but you have a big stick.
It allows me to re-roll my dice.
Oh, see?
And these things right here would be advantageous, but I don't see any resources anywhere nearby. So I think we'll go experiment with
Why not?
dying right out of the gate. So move is 1. Move a second time is 2. And that immediately reveals and causes a combat. 78.
Against this thingy. 78. Dun, dun, dun. It
like
is a hungry bear.
Oh, jeez. So I need to get a 9 or better.
And roll less than a 4.
And roll less than a 4 on the red. Okay, so I'm going to go through this step at a time. First, combat rolls both dice. The gray is my dice, the red is the enemy dice. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. Modify the dice. Can use abilities to re-roll dice or modify the dice. It says, includes spending the following resources. 1 wood, re-roll the gray dice. 1 stone, re-roll the red dice. 1 poison, apply +1 to the gray. 1 salvage, apply -1 to the red. You may resolve effects that modify the dice one at a time in the order of your choice and can resolve the same effect multiple times. Yeah, okay. Likewise, if a survivor has multiple weapon items, they can use all of them. However, the combatant can only use each item once. The enemy and the survivor may be dealt damage based on the die results. If the result of the gray die is equal to or greater than the enemy, and it is, the enemy is dealt 1 damage. Place 1 counter on the enemy. If the enemy has counters on it equal to its health, the enemy is defeated. The survivor gains the reward described on the enemy card, if any, and discards the enemy card and token. So I take it his health is 4.
Yeah.
What happened? What'd you find?
Found a bear.
I found a bear. It's nasty. I beat it on my dice. If the result of the red die is equal to or greater than the enemy's attack value, the sufferer suffers 1 combat damage, which I will. However, my special ability, after combat, if you suffered a damage, place a counter on my card.
Okay.
Some enemies have blood dashes. You do not suffer anything. If the enemy was not defeated, the enemy's token retreats as described below. Its card remains face up in play, keeping any counters on it to track damage. Retreating, compass reference. Failed to defeat, enemy retreats. It moves in the direction of the compass token that matches the number showing on the red dice.
Oh, okay, so what number is it?
6.
So it goes that way.
I have to chase it.
Yep. To beat it down.
Okay. And it takes 4 damage to kill this silly hungry bear, by the way. But its reward is very big. 2 meat, 2 pelts.
Yep.
That's pretty large. Okay. The token cannot retreat off to the map or onto an unexplored tile or into a survivor's space. If it would happen to combat and chooses spaces adjacent to his or her space and does not contain another survivor, is then moved in. Some cards allow survivors to escape a combat. When a survivor escapes, they move their figure to the adjacent space of their... Yeah. You may support combat. I won't get into that. Some enemy cards are labeled as lethal. If the lethal enemy is not defeated in combat, it does not retreat. Instead, it starts a new combat against a different survivor in its space. Yeah. All right, so that was 1. So I can move and fight it again, which I will do.
So it moved?
Yeah.
It leaves when I beat it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It retreats. So I'm rolling the dice again. And my weapon, I may re-roll my dice. Ha-ha. Okay, so I give it another damage. It gives me a damage. However, during combat, you may spend 1 counter to prevent a damage.
Oh, that's how it really works. That's
yeah.
Nice.
However...
Yeah.
If I do that 4 times, it's like... Yeah. Okay, and so it's retreating 8, but it can't go into the unexplored tiles.
Nope.
Nope. Cannot
retreat.
retreat off the map, onto an unexplored tile, or into my space. So then I can choose it and go. I can keep pursuing it.
Mike's kind of a bad hombre, man. He's just
if I had one of these, I'd be even better.
I thought you had a stick.
I do, but there's
with a bear and a stick.
But you can
poking the bear with a stick.
I'm gonna go poke the bear with another stick. I'm gonna poke the bear again. What the heck? This so far it's not too bad. This might be the end of this though. Oh man, I can't avoid damage at all. So I have to re-roll because I didn't make it.
I'm confused. That was a 7.
It needs to be. It needs to be. It's 4.
So the gray dice corresponds to to him hitting. To him hitting, and the red dice responds to him getting hit.
I have to roll a 1, 2, or 3 to dodge damage.
So he has to roll the 9 or greater for this enemy.
And I got
an 8.
Roll
less than a 4.
So I rolled a 9 on the first roll, and then I re-rolled and got a 12.
You failed to hit, but he hit you.
Yes.
Yes, this could be like I say, the end of the combat here. But we'll see. Okay, so I did not hit it, and it hit me, so I'm taking another damage.
Yeah, so basically...
And I'm putting a counter on my card. And it's... Okay, so... Fails to defeat, it retreats. So it's retreating again.
The 7's going back down, right?
Okay,
or it's going to go up.
It's my choice.
Yeah, it would go off the map again.
The combatant, if it goes off the map, I get to choose.
It can't go here, for example?
I thought it has to always go down because of the number.
No, the rolling, the number you roll, I think.
If this would happen, I choose the space.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to make it come to you guys.
Okay, well, we're not going to that.
I'm chasing the bear. Okay, so I got 2 damage already.
And do you want to do any more?
Yeah, that's a...
Well, I mean, you can prevent the next one that's done to you.
Yeah, I'm just... the question is the monster going to move? Is the bear going to move to him at night? Too.
Well, I'll take another attempt. Because I can prevent the next one.
Yeah, I get it.
The only reason to do that is to take a chance that I'm going to put the 3rd damage on. I am. But of course, I am putting the 3rd damage on it. And I'm going to prevent that one. And it's going to retreat 5. What's 5 show?
Off the map again.
Off the map. Okay. So I'm chasing it towards you guys, so you may take an opportunity to finish it and gain the stuff.
I avoid all combat.
I
dance away, literally.
But I'm going to need a lot of healing at this time. I might end up killing myself.
So interestingly enough, I have armor. I have medicine. I'm actually a candidate for potentially killing that thing.
And you're next in line.
And it's your turn.
Well, it's my turn still.
Yeah.
My risk is if I take my 3rd damage and then the knight gives me a 4th one, I'm gone.
Yeah.
See, that risk is the knight action gives me another damage.
Yeah.
But on the other hand...
It doesn't mean the pelts can't be shared if I know.
Well, again, I need 2 pelts badly.
See, I don't need them, so I don't necessarily have a problem with killing.
Well, you guys can also trade stuff too.
That's what I mean. Yeah. There's nothing to stop.
Potentially, because 2 pelts is...
Versus you taking the risk and dying.
I don't... No, I'm not going to.
So let me finish them off. I'll give you the pelts.
I'm not done yet. Yes. So, I'm going to spend an action. Scout.
We got wood and...
Food.
Yeah.
See, I need the wood.
Presuming that's what you get.
Yeah, it could be a monster under there.
Okay, so I can move and gather 1 more just to get away from the adjacent monster.
That was my thought too.
That's what I'm going to do. And call it quits.
Scout boat locations.
Both?
Yep.
Okay. So we got another wood over here.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the number of things on
another wood and
like
these.
Okay, so
these are the number of tokens you're gonna get.
Wood, animal.
Oh, did somebody scout 3 of them?
I scouted
2.
Yeah.
2. But what I'm saying is the back of the tile tells you how many counters will be on that side.
A footprint.
A footprint. It's an animal.
So that was 5 and 6. Sorry. 6, 5, 4.
Roll the die.
All right.
Fail.
Fail.
You need a 9 or a 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
What does your armor do for you?
On a 9 to 12, I prevent that damage. Nope. So I take a point of damage. Let's give it one more shot.
Oh, it retreats 11, was it? On the dice?
It's going to go up towards the campfire.
I could pursue it and go sit in the campfire again.
Okay, so I don't know what quality they're going to be until I actually make them.
Alright, so 10 hits it and I take one more point of damage. Yeah. On a 9 to 12, I prevent that damage.
No.
Do you want me to reroll?
Yeah, reroll. It was cocked.
It was completely messed up. But no,
so you killed it.
I killed it, and I took 2 points of damage.
You need 2 meat, 2 pelts. And there goes
and you need pelts, right?
I can certainly use 2 pelts to create an item.
Okay, and what was the weight limit? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So that guy's dead.
Oh yeah, we can take that off there.
I will spend my last movement to get back into the campfire. I could use wood if you guys want a fishing trap.
Thankfully, it just cares about.
All right, so that was nice 2-man action there. Both of us suffered 2 damage, right?
I wonder if I can cook.
Did you? You suffered 2 damage.
I suffered 2 damage. Yeah.
So you're the medicine man. You fix. I need to go.
I can fix 1, because it takes medicine for me to do it.
Yeah, cook meat's an action you can take, Joe, since you're back on the campfire.
Yeah, let's cook one of those and turn it into a shish kebab.
I think you can actually cook all your meat in one go.
Oh,
so
really?
let's see. What are we doing? What's the action?
Cool.
Cook meat.
Yeah.
So that way I got food for everyone. And pelts for Mike. And armor for me. It didn't work so far.
Gather. Water, scout, trade, craft, investigate, recover, cook meat. If you're at a fire, you may exchange any amount of their meat for an equal amount of food.
It's all food, people. People, food. I got bear sausages, bear steaks, bear shanks. Somebody need raw meat?
Okay, I want to go back to stage 1 card before we get too far past it.
Oh, yeah.
Did it say it put the fire out?
No.
No. Your first scenario card.
No.
We haven't even met that yet, have we?
Doesn't say anything about it.
I remember you reading how badly things were going.
It just says your camp is in ruins. You have trouble recalling what you were doing here in the first place.
So
it doesn't say
the
anything.
fire was out. Okay.
No.
Because the fire can go out.
No bueno.
And then you have to relight it.
No, it says the creature,
Okay.
whatever creature was there,
I didn't remember whether it
got lit on fire and howled, running away.
Fire good, creature bad.
But it didn't say anything about putting the fire
Run to
out.
the fire, quick!
Well,
Okay.
it seemed like a wise thing to do since.
So you can only heal with the medicine thing.
Yeah, so I would have to gather more medicine somehow. Spend 1 medicine to heal 1 damage. So I still need. I have 1 ability to heal. So
That's not good.
no.
I get to go now? You're done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay, I'll scout that tile over there for my 4th one.
Another rock.
I'm going to guess all of our symbols we need are on the 4s. The red ones.
Yeah.
What do you want to bet?
I bet. And then gathering the water, I think it had
Move
to be
and gather?
Did I have to be adjacent, or did I have to be...
That's a special terrain, and it costs you 3 stamina to go into that terrain.
Okay, that's fine.
Just as an FYI, I don't know what a fishing trap necessarily does, but I need 3 wood to put it together.
I think you have to be on a limited water source, and you can collect fish.
Food?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's food.
So the gather water. Barrels of the wild, monster tokens, card, cooked meat.
Might be water source explanation too.
Well, I'm sure that it's in here. It's just water source. When performing a gather action, the survivor does not gain the water source token. Instead, flips the token face up and gains 1 resource token from the supply of the resource type shown on the water source token.
So dirty water?
No, I got
this
poison.
Water source token remains in this space for the rest of the game and provides an unlimited source. So we discovered what type of water it is. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's poison.
Oh,
way to go, Josh.
I just said I found water.
That's not drinkable.
Oh, okay. Remains in this space for the rest of the game, provides an unlimited source of resources. For example, a survivor in a space with clean water source token can spend 10 stamina to form 10 gather actions, gaining 10 clean water tokens.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping for, clean water, but instead I got poison, which will give me +1 in combat, so whatever.
I guess. Yeah.
So we're gathering poisoned water, which...
Well, we're all without water.
We just gotta find the other 2 water sources.
Yeah, and then get to it.
I mean, you did what I was going to do on my turn, so that saves me. I can go
explore
some more.
Yeah, you can go explore that way.
Pick up
That's
that wood on the
would
way
be
there,
the trade-off. Like, you go that way, I'll go this way.
Okay, so poison water is... That's...
Hey, +1 in combat?
It's good for combat.
I'm not going to do anything else. I have 2 left, so...
I'm going to spend 2 stamina and go towards that wood right there and gather that.
No bad guy. No bad guy.
2 wood.
2 wood. Nice. All right.
I'll scout the 4.
The 4 should have some resources on it.
An animal, a rock, and there's a landmark over there.
Yep.
Oh, so that blows my theory about the number of...
Rock. Yeah, I didn't think there was any correlation, but...
And there was so far. I mean, every single one we flipped.
Did you say paw?
Yeah. I'll
it has a landmark,
3.
The 3?
Yeah.
We have another animal and a water source.
Animal.
Let it be
water
clean
source.
Water.
And I'll spend 1 more to scout the last area over there.
Yeah, look at the scout go crazy here.
And we have an animal, another water source, and a rock.
All of our water is down at this end. A rock.
And an animal.
And
that's not fortuitous.
Animal.
So, desert to the south.
Yeah,
rivers to the north.
No more water sources, according to the tokens.
I'm going to move 2 more stamina to the animal south of me.
This one here?
And collect that, and hopefully it's a pelt.
And not an animal.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit.
62.
It's a monster.
It's a wabbit.
And I couldn't get the rabbit.
Does it have sharp pointy teeth?
It probably does not. It does no damage to you.
No damage. I get a meat and a pelt if I kill it. I got to roll 8 or higher. Come on, 8. That's an 8.
Wow.
You mighty warrior, you. Hey, don't look at me. I took my lickings from the bear.
Meat and
what?
pelt.
I get the bear and you get the rabbit? What? Wait a minute.
And then that one's dead. We can throw it over there. And I think this can go back in here.
All right.
Wow.
Then you have sharp pointy teeth.
Yeah, why not? I can move to the hill for only 1 stamina because of my special ability. And I'm going to hopefully camp out there and be safe.
We'll find out.
All right, so we're going to the night phase again, are we? Here we go. Hunger. Each survivor either spends 1 food or suffers a damage.
Well, good thing.
That turned out okay.
Yep.
Here's my food. Light sleep. Each survivor gains 7 stamina.
Puts me back to 8.
That's okay. 7 stamina is good. Here we go. Like I said, I could have died, and this would do it. Eventful night. Each survivor not at a fire draws a threat card. Me first. See, this is what, if I'd had 3 damage, this probably, I mean, lurking danger. Something is waiting for you in the shadows, something with eyes gleaming in the dark. Spawn a monster token adjacent to my space. So I can pick where it is adjacent?
Yep.
Okay. There's a monster.
Okay. John doesn't take one because he's at the fire.
Yep.
So me next. Food poisoning. Great. Your stomach is racked with
That's what
pain.
you get for trying the water.
See, that's
Got the berries and the boys.
that's what would have killed me, one additional damage if I had taken a 3rd damage.
Your stomach is racked with pain. In a fever dream, you remember a remedy from your childhood. Place 1 medicine from the supply in the space with the shovel token, which is there. Then suffer 1 sickness damage. If this would eliminate you, prevent that damage and draw an additional threat card. But it does not eliminate me, so...
It'd be horrible. Just keep drawing them. All right, my turn.
Question. How does medicine work? I'm trying to figure. So if my ability is just to spend it, looks
medicine like heals poison, but your special ability lets you actually heal damage.
So it's better in my hands to be able to heal anybody, because it's me or an investigator in my space, unfortunately. Got it.
Well, I'm close enough.
I'll go get it before you, unless Mike steals it. You don't need. What do you got for wounds?
What am I
1.
gonna steal?
1.
Steal what?
Unless Mike decides to change the order of the turn. I'm going to go before her. I'll go pick it up.
Thirsty predator. Something is waiting for you in the shadows. Something with eyes gleaming in the dark.
Another
Spawn
monster.
1 monster token at the water source nearest to you. Oh, man, I was going to go grab that. If there are no water sources on the map, spawn a monster token in your space.
Oh.
There's a monster guard.
That one's the one.
Okay, so what's the next part on the night card?
That's
In
it.
front of you. That was it.
That was it. Okay, so we still need to find the 4 red spaces, right?
They might not be 4 red spaces. It just says the person, which is why I said if there's 4 tokens maybe on the map, meaning the number of players, but maybe it's an actual icon. I don't know.
Oh, I think we're supposed to advance already.
Why? What does it say?
It says after a survivor investigates a landmark, which we did, place 1 counter on the space, which we did. And it says when one equal spaces have encounters on them, I think, which just means with one landmark has counters on them, we advance to stage 2.
See, I thought it was the number of players, maybe.
Yeah.
Because there's 4 of us. When 4 landmarks have been.
I just don't know what that symbol means.
Yeah, it's
what
not
it's referring
in
to.
the
I think
Yeah.
normally
After a survivor.
But then the last line says when.
Oh,
when-
so we have to explore 4 landmarks.
That's what I think is-
thought. Yeah.
that's
Which
how I'm
isn't
reading
have
that.
counters on them when
Yeah.
adventure numbers spaces have counters on them. So that's
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, your interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that.
Because otherwise they wouldn't have the plural counters
Yeah.
word there.
Yeah.
So the second one is here, and we just got Mike.
But see, it's only
We
like
gotta
1
explore
person,
down
so I was wondering if 1 space has counters on them.
That doesn't make sense because you would only put 1 counter on it. Nobody would do the same landmark.
Counters. Why would there be the
Yeah.
word counters?
Counter.
Plural.
Yeah.
If it was
I'm
singular.
going with 4. And if we uncover this whole map and there isn't 4, well,
Which means
that
you need to
tells
explore
us.
that landmark and the other 2 landmarks that are hiding down here.
Yeah.
We have to explore all the landmarks.
Yep.
There's probably 4 landmarks on the entire map,
Yeah.
and we have to explore them all before
Probably
we go to the next
Shelby
stage.
is in plateau land over there, so
Well,
getting out
okay,
of there is
that's
going to take
fine.
her a little bit.
But that's the way I look. That's the way I would interpret that. But then again, let's see if they show anything of that day phase. That's not.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Ooh. Okay.
So I'm going to go up north more and get the water up there.
Yeah, who
maybe
knows? It could be a
we're-
rabbit.
No, these are the bad ones.
Oh, so you can recover. You can use the recover action. Can heal 1 damage by spending the appropriate resource as follows: spend a food to heal 1 starvation, spend a water to heal 1 dehydration, and spend a medicine to heal a sickness.
But the only one that can cure physical is me with a medicine. That makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted.
Skull one. Yeah.
That's why I want to get it, because we have
So that's the
3
recover
there
action.
and 1 here. I need to heal you,
Oh,
Mike.
Okay, so I finally see the icon now of the 2 arrows. Mm-hmm. That's a stamina icon.
Okay.
Spend 1 stamina. That twin arrow thing.
Edmonds, you have 3 physical damage?
No,
2.
Just 2.
Oh, okay, all right. Then I don't really need them, but eventually it'd be good to heal.
No, that's why I didn't go to the...
Well, what do you have for damage?
1 sickness. I can handle it myself later on. That's okay.
With a what?
Okay, so...
you can pick up a medicine, or I can pick
up a medicine.
A medicine
I'm not going to go chasing any more monsters, that's for sure. Except for
the question is, are they going to chase you?
Yeah.
Well,
when did that token?
When
was it supposed to move?
They moved only when the night
cards
okay.
So the trade action. Let's just make sure I get this right. Can chooses 1 other survivor in his or her space, and the 2 survivors can freely exchange items, resources, and project cards. Must agree to the terms. Cannot agree. Nothing is traded. The current survivor does not spend any stamina for this failed action. You only spend if you successfully trade. So I am going to move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Let's get this trade going. I will trade you a project card for the 2, and I think I'm going to keep the one that I can't. I'm going to give you the one, or give you the opportunity to keep the one that I can't construct.
Okay, I think I can do this one. Okay, now I don't want to trade you. I am going to...
No, you're going to fix yourself. Yeah, I get
No. I'm going to fix you and me. One's going to go to you. I'm going to use this one. Then pick up that one and fix myself.
Oh, okay. Well, however...
But I have to do it on my turn is what I'm saying. So if you move off, though, that's the only problem. I got to go find you. Where are you going?
All right. Well, the next action I'm going to take is craft.
Okay.
Card number 90, please. And those go back. Leather armor. I will feel better about beating somebody up, maybe. Defense.
Didn't work for me.
During combat, you may discard this card to prevent a damage. Okay.
Well, yours is automatic. That's kind of nice.
I was hoping it was ongoing, but that's still not too bad.
So, what are you doing with the rest of
Okay,
your actions?
so that is down to this. I can, in one spot, do anything else, or I can go somewhere and come back, or I can meet you at the medicine. Yeah. That won't help. How many actions do I have?
Planning on going south, so do you want to go over here and explore? I gotta go 1, 2, 3.
So I tell you what I will do. Oh no, I don't have enough actions. I'm going to stick with where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to reduce myself way down on stamina and take a risk. So I'll stay in the camp.
All right, so I'll spend 1
since I can't do anything,
and a medicine. Might heal a physical damage.
Heal a physical damage. Woohoo! I am a happy camper now.
Then 2 to move over here. 3, this is 3, 4, right? To move and gather.
And you're going to spend another stamina to heal yourself, right?
Oh, not yet. I think I'm going to keep on to that medicine. 1, 2, and gather this rock. I don't need it, I don't think, do I? But I might as well. Oh, yeah, I do. And you have to craft out of fire?
Well, you have to spend your 2 stamina for that, what you just did. No, it said the card will tell you. Yeah. The card will tell you whether it takes fire or not.
Okay, then I'll spend it. Well, I gotta see what it is. 2 rock. Well, that's a bit of a waste, ain't it?
I believe if you have something like that, you can just use 1 and keep the other one.
Okay. Can you verify that?
There's a...
you just spend the resources necessary to craft.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend 1,
so I
get 1 and change.
Yeah, we'll just get this one even change.
Yeah.
Bola, number 99, I think. Is that what I read? I got me a weapon of sorts.
No, it's a defense item.
I forgot about these things. How did these use?
So if you and another player are adjacent,
I can assist. Okay.
Yeah, you can assist.
That's not happening. And that was 1 to craft. Did I spend that? No. Well, after rolling dice in combat, you may discard this card to apply -2 to the enemy die. Okay, all right. Not the greatest, but worth a shot. I guess what the hey, I'll spend my last one to explore.
Scout?
Scout, yes. That
Wood.
Wood. Okay.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will.
And then an investigate.
To investigate.
Is that 30 over there?
30.
30. And we need a counter on it.
Well, I have to resolve them first.
But I think you still get it, though, don't you?
Rockfall. Oh no. Some of the rocky cliffs around here have collapsed. The tumble of rocks creates pockets of darkness and glimpses of what might be useful things. You may spend a wood or a stone to resolve exploration card 31. I don't have either.
Oh, okay.
So
that's not effectively done. Got it. Wood, you need what, a wood or stone?
That was an instant. Brown in the lower right corner, I take it?
Yes.
So it goes back in the deck.
The good news is you have stone right there. But
yeah, so I can go get it and
yeah, and try it again.
So you need stone or what?
Wood. Yeah. And there's stone right here. So
assuming it's not bad stuff. There's stone there and there.
There's a rock fall. You can just pick up.
Right. Let's take a rock and
the rock fall was to the left of you, not where you are.
I'm not gonna risk it this turn. I'm gonna save my 2 stamina. So.
All right. I'm gonna move north 1 and then towards the animal. Hopefully it's another rabbit. Looks like a moose. Moose. 68.
And moose can be bad. Not as bad as bears, but can be bad.
8 and
Oh,
11.
you can dodge its damage because it's slow, obviously. Wow, that has a great reward.
Yeah, it's got 3 health, so I won't be killing it this turn. Hit it and I avoided it.
Nice, so that's a point of damage.
And then it's going to run away. 6 off the board.
Yeah,
6 would be up.
I'll
So
have
you're
it-
go to the water.
Yeah, why not? Let's put it up to the water and I'll...
And you'll beat
Put
it
it up to the water.
Yeah, and then I'll go up 1 and fight it again and
There you go.
get the water revealed. I hit and avoid. You can reroll that one. Yours choice.
Takes another damage.
Yeah, I'll have to go. Yeah, that way.
Well, 6 yet.
Unlimited water.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That is
So
far
that was
corner
1,
of the
2, 3
north
stamina.
tile.
Yeah, the furthest possible away we find water.
I'm gonna
so
spend
clean
1
water.
more to craft. I'm gonna use my pelt to make a water pouch.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Number-
When I gain resources from a water source, gain an additional resource of that type.
Oh, 2 water for every
You're a
step.
camel.
So I'll go ahead and gain 4 water with all my stamina.
All right.
Okay, I'm right there.
Is that 8? Or is that just...
No, two stamina.
Yeah, 2 stamina.
2
so
stamina.
it gets-
4 water.
That's still
And
friggin'
then
awesome.
Next turn I'll gather more and bring it
That
down to
was
you
a
guys.
very good move.
I'm gonna go smack that moose again. My last stamina.
Smack the moose.
I got hit too, didn't I? No, I didn't. I missed it. Can I spend a wood? I'm gonna re-roll my great die.
How you doing that?
The
Combat modifiers.
down here.
Oh,
You can
wow,
spend a
I didn't see
wood.
that.
Just still missed it.
Oh well.
I want to finish it off. Oh wait, I can only do it once per combat. I think it was in the rules. I think you read that earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes where?
7. So it's gonna go down 1. And that's it for my turn.
Endless night.
I don't know about endless.
I know.
Oh, and I can carry 4 water on my card and not on me.
Oh, so that just counts as 1 item. That's
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
No, you may spend the next one.
Oh, I can do another one? Cool.
Yes.
Let's do another one.
It's the card actions can only be
There
done
goes
once.
the trap.
Hey,
Sweet,
you
killed the boost.
it.
I get 3 meat and 2 pelts. I'm bringing food and water, guys.
Good job. That was the one right there.
What was I again? Meat.
3 meat and 2 pelts.
Thank you.
Back to the campfire.
All right. So
Resources for
now
all.
night.
Now it's night.
Here we go again. Let's see what we get. First, if each survivor either spends a water or suffers a thirsty damage. Yeah, that's... I healed the 1 damage and now it changes to water damage.
Yeah, well, I gotta heal or I'm gonna be a dead man.
Yep.
Well, not. Yes, I will be.
Sleep. Each survivor gains 8 stamina. Whoa, baby, that just put me at 12. That was cool. Rock slide. Place a rock feature token from the supply on each space with a rock icon and no feature tokens. If it's been,
with a rock icon.
Been searched.
One underneath John, too.
Hey, I got your rock.
It's kind of hard. I need it over here.
Anything else on rock?
Nope,
No.
that was the last one.
That was the only 2 rocks that have been dead.
Patrol. Move each monster token 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator.
It's going to be towards me.
If there are no normal monster tokens on the map, there are. Spawn 1 monster. But okay.
So, how do I repair water damage? I gotta spend water, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any resources to spend on doing anything.
Ditto.
I'm bringing food and water, guys.
And I have 2 damage, which is not good. Here comes a monster to our campfire.
Uh-oh.
So
if you come up my way, I can get down to you and trade.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's hope. Monster! No, wood. Thank you.
Wood's
That's
good.
a good thing.
We need 3 wood. Just saying. Keep putting that out there.
Reroll the gray dice. Ooh, I need a lot of wood is what I need. So that was 4.
If you want to get your own water, Mike, I'm pretty sure that one might be more water.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can do. Is it rough terrain?
No, it's normal terrain.
No, it's just a puddle.
Okay, put me on the water token. We'll find out what it is. That's 4 more.
It is more water.
Is it clean?
Yes, it's clean water.
All right, so I will take. I moved and gathered. I got one.
Yeah.
I got 1. 1, 2, 3. Can't get to that one.
And you can spend that now if you want to recover your thirst damage.
I can do a recover action.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you can gather another one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. So I'm going to do a recover action to get rid of my thirst. And then I will take a gather action to get water back. Leaving me with 2 stamina. I think I'll stay at 2 for the moment. Just to be, because I haven't seen anything that makes us lose stamina yet. But I hate to be, well, you can go to 0, but if you go below 0, it doesn't say anything about going below 0. You can't go below 0.
No, once you hit 0.
So it must be a voluntary thing only. There can't be anything that reduces you below 0, so it doesn't, yeah, okay. So I can spend my 2 stamina. I just won't have as much next turn.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I know where we need to be going, so I'm going to take my 2 stamina and start heading south, because that's kind of what we need to do. We got to get down here.
All right.
I mean, you guys can take care of your own landmark up there.
Yeah.
I'm going south.
You have 2 damage right?
Yeah, 2.
All right. So first things first. Spend 1 to use my last medicine to recover one of these, so I don't die.
You can gather sitting right on that.
Yeah.
A gather action is one stamina.
It's a rock. Okay. So now the question is, do I head towards Mike?
Well, we definitely need to reveal these.
No, I know. The problem is, basically, I got 2 wounds on me. Are you bringing some water? Is that what you do?
I only have 1.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's not really... And water doesn't fix physical damage.
But I have
you have your
water
dehydrated action.
Yeah, you all took a dehydration one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you need to go that way to get water.
Well, I just wanted to get that wood, but...
Because there's no water down this way. There is that problem.
I mean, I'll be gathering as much as I can and just sprinting back to the campfire on my turn.
Okay, so I'll go for that wood if you're going back. The problem is going to be that monster over there, but...
It'll shift probably in that time.
So,
1, 2.
2.
And hopefully not a monster.
It's wood. Okay. 2 more wood, and I can construct a fishing trap. Whatever the hell that is.
That probably has to be on the damn water source up there.
Yeah. You would guess, but yeah. Okay, so I'll do 1 more over there, and 1 more to explore that tile.
Aha. Be a landmark, please. No landmark. Oh, it is a landmark, yeah.
All right, so
an animal and a landmark. So that needs to get resolved.
So that can be a landmark. Oh, I got 2. I could go try to do it now.
No, it's up on rough terrain. Yeah, okay. Takes you 3 to get to it.
I will bide my time then. Where I am.
Okay. 1, 2. Let's hope for rock.
Oh, monster.
I'm gonna go get some coffee on that.
Yeah, okay. 33. It doesn't look like a monster. It looks like something else.
33. We'll pull threat card 33.
It looks like one of these.
Yeah, there's not 33 here. It's 60 something.
Maybe it's 33 is an item. Or one of these. It's an exploration thing. Saltpeter deposit. Someone has been extracting and grinding saltpeter and sulfur here. With little charcoal, you can make gunpowder. Leave token 33 in this space. You may spend 1 wood and discard token 33 to place 3 counters on an ammo item.
It's just messing with my eyes.
Obviously meaning there's a gun somewhere.
Well, but I don't have a rock now.
Shelby?
She found saltpeter.
Oh,
for firearms.
That's great,
I
Captain
can make
Kirk.
ammo. I can make ammo, but I need a rock.
Towards
There's another one here.
Shelby.
4, 5, 6. That could be 6.
If
come to the rock, and then he can drop some water off with you.
Yeah, I can come over. I can even give you rock too. I can guarantee you rock if that's not rock.
Or you can take the rock over and do the thing yourself.
Oh, I gotta get water down to John before he dies.
Yeah.
That's why there is that. I can trade water and rock to her, and then I can gather more and head down.
3, 4, 5, 6. I have 4 remaining.
You can go get your own water.
Yeah.
You worried about the monster?
Oh, and she doesn't need the rock anymore.
How much stamina do you have left?
I have 4 left.
If you come to me, we can do a trade. I can give you my rock. I can give you some water. You can use one of the waters to recover yourself now. I can just give you all my water if you want. And then I can just refill back up.
Refill and go down that way. Okay, that sounds like a plan. So.
1 and then...
and then does it cost me another to trade?
Yeah,
yes,
1 to trade, okay, but we can trade all that we want.
Cool.
So I'll give you all of that.
Thank you. I'm going to recover with 1, and I'll have 1 remaining. So this goes back. Okay.
You want to try to run away? In case the monster moves?
It's going to move toward me anyway.
It's not going to matter. You're only going to be 1 space away no matter where you go.
Yeah, let's go 1 space.
But if you're in the same space, which I don't think you are going to end up there.
Well, we can be adjacent and use these, but I won't. So I'm going to head down to get you water.
Yeah, we could use some water down here, man. The great barren wasteland of the south.
All right, so 1
but
move.
I can also run away from monsters,
so I'm going to move 1
move
to
and
the water
gather.
source, which would be move and gather.
Which gives you
that
2
gives me
water.
2 water. And then I'm going to move 2
remember
down.
Remember your capacity, though, is 10.
The one's on his
yes, but my pouch holds 4, which means only 1 item.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I've got 7 right now. And then I'll spend 1 more together, 2 more on that water source. Okay. So it puts me at 9. And then I will move 2 more down to Mike. I will take a trade action.
Ooh.
Give you a couple of water here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I currently have 6.
I'll move next to Mike over there. That's all my stamina for now.
That was a good run, sir. Lit a water run.
Very nice. Thank you.
The last blue night card.
Uh-oh, then we're going to get bad
then
stuff.
we go to tier 2s.
It goes bad.
Okay, well, here... God damn it. Hunger. Each survivor either spends 1 food or suffers a hunger damage.
Can I use raw meat?
I don't know.
It says 1 food.
Aren't the berries food, but I have to roll a die?
Yep, for poison.
So it's either an automatic damage
So 50-50
or a
you're gonna
potential.
take
I'll take a 50-50 chance.
I'm starving after all that running.
I know.
You have to get to the fire to convert your meat, don't you?
I do have food. Well, you have meat too.
Yeah,
You just gotta
Am I supposed to roll for the
the berries. She's gonna
1, 2, or 3 are poisoned.
1, 2, or 3?
I think it was.
I'm safe.
So you don't take the
As
damage.
I recall.
Yeah.
Right here.
Spend it as if it's food.
These are all the expended counters on this.
Oh, that was on this thing. On a 1, 2, or 3, you suffer 1 poison damage.
Okay, I rolled an 11. I spent it as food, and I'm okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that was the hunger.
Yeah, that was.
sleep.
I would have
Each,
taken that.
Yeah.
each survivor gains 8 stamina.
That puts me at 10.
Yay. Okay. Windstorm.
Uh-oh.
Place a wood feature token from the supply on each space with a wood icon and no feature tokens.
Nice.
Oh, you don't say.
So we need wood tokens.
It's not. Okay.
Place a wood feature token. Excuse me.
Oh,
it
okay,
is.
okay.
So here's one there. Okay, and where else?
One
One
here,
here, one there.
here. You picked up a lot of wood.
Well, that's fortuitous for me because I need more of it.
Okay.
Yeah, except then it could be monsters that are coming
It could
too.
be, I get it.
You never know. I mean, peril. If not at a fire, the tribal leader draws a threat card. I went and left the damn fire, and look what I get.
Well, you wanted to be leader. Suffer the consequences.
Strange symbols. Someone has erected a strange sigil not far from where you slept. You think it might be some sort of warning, and you wish that you had noticed it sooner.
I'm playing a joke on it.
She's not going to like this.
Oh no.
Move each monster token 2 spaces towards me. Oh, no, I guess you will
Towards
like
you.
this. 2
Yeah.
spaces towards me. Oh, it's a monster
Yeah,
attraction.
it's straight down. Straight down. Straight down.
Okay.
I don't think they take penalties for
Yeah.
terrain.
No, they don't.
It just said 2 spaces. So.
Okay.
Run!
You're surrounded. Well, not surrounded, but
All right.
they're coming to get
So,
you, Barbara.
I feel a lot better, except I need some food, don't I?
You can't have mine.
We have the starvation situation going
You could
on.
try to fight like a little thing,
Yeah, I could. That might do it.
but
Or
you'll have to get back to make to the fire to cook it.
I understand. I won't have enough movement. Well, I'm feeling pretty combat capable, in case that's what that is. So, 1. Whoops, I'm blue. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you could have done it just by going 2 and 3, but same thing.
It's 3 either way
Yeah.
you look at it. Uh-oh, 61. It's a turkey. Oh no! It can't hurt me.
It's a zombie turkey.
This is funny. The turkey was almost the national bird of the United States. It's not found in Turkey. Reward 1 meat.
Gobble.
I don't even need the red dice because it can't hurt me.
Yeah.
Boom. 1 meat, please. 1 dead turkey. And I've got a meat.
Gobbly gobbly.
Okay, so then I need to get back to the fire to change that to... that's not special terrain, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wood.
Good.
Leaving me with only 1, which I will move this way.
Me?
Yes, you.
So I got 2, 6, 7, 8. I'm up to 8 capacity right
2,
now.
3,
4, 5.
all right.
Yep. And then 1 more to
Investigate.
1, 2, 3, 4. So down to 5. And 1 to investigate. 4.
And number 14.
in there, I think.
Standing stones. The stones stand on end, each about as tall as a person. The sullen sun casts long shadows like spears of darkness. Resolve exploration card number 15.
So that's an instant. It goes back in the deck, just in case.
Map rubbing. Upgrade. You take a rubbing of a map carved into the rock. If experience has taught you anything, something is hidden near the X. For an action, for a stamina, if in the space with the flashlight icon.
Yes, which is this one here.
Remove this card from the game and resolve exploration card number 18. So I guess I'm coming back up.
There's a map told you to go to that spot.
That's what it said. So here we go. So I have 4.
Put a token on there because he
counter.
resolved that one.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I don't need more wood. I cannot craft my thing when I get more stamina.
So watch your capacity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The one that has 2 wood.
Oh, this doesn't count as an item.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
You're supposed to take the wood
supposed
cutter.
to get 2 of these.
7, 8, 9.
And we might need them.
Yeah,
Okay, so can I have?
I don't know if we have enough.
Can I have 4 wood counters and 1 rock?
There's your wood.
Is there 2 more wood over there?
Yes, there is.
And a rock, please.
Okay.
And a rock. Here you go.
I didn't know I was supposed to trade it in. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 9.
So you're okay so far.
3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Oh wait, does this count?
No.
No.
Okay.
I gotta go to the camp, the binoculars, the frack, and I need water.
3, 4, 5.
Do it
Well,
this
you
time.
got closer to him. Sort of.
Okay, so back to this thing. It was number 30. Start. Some of the rock cliffs, blah blah blah. You may spend 1 wood or 1 stone to resolve exploration card 31. So I'm gonna spend the rock.
Wait, where was that flashlight again?
Right there.
Oh, okay. So I was going in the right direction.
31.
Well, you're headed back to him.
Yeah.
Box of meds.
Nope.
You lever some heavy stones out of the way and find a beat-up wooden crate marked with what looks like a constellation. Gain 2 medicine and 1 food, then remove this card from the game.
Woohoo!
That's sweet. See?
Okay, and a resolve token on there.
Yes.
So we need 1 more.
We gotta find one more
and the
landmark.
agenda progresses.
Interesting. Any more stuff you want to do?
So do you have physical damage, Shelby?
I don't. I have a sickness, which I can heal myself with 1 of these.
There you
2
go.
medicines.
So you can.
Yeah, I'm heading for the fire.
That's,
So that'll be a stamina.
That's where I'm going.
I got to because
two
I've got
stamina
a
left.
starvation damage.
You want to head down? Because I don't think there's anything else we need to do up here anymore, except for maybe get more water if you wanted to.
No. This is for the saltpeter deposit. If anybody ever gets an ammo thing, you can come up there and refill.
Sure, okay.
I'm gonna just move
Did you get a
down.
new project card when you?
Oh, I did not.
So
I
I'm
was
at
just
full
super
health
happy
no
with my
stamina.
Water.
And I have food and I have water, so I'm okay. Okay.
I need water to complete the equation. I need to craft
I
this.
need 2 wood, if anybody.
I have 1 to give you. I need these 3 for the water.
I have wood, but they're re-rolls on combat.
I'll actually probably pick up 1 right there. I might get lucky and get 2.
Okay.
Okay, so
You're done, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do that first. Wait, oh man, I'm at 7. Yeah, okay, I'm good. I got 1 wood.
there you go.
That's 1 stamina.
Trade it in for a wood counter.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do that and get away from that monster. Puts me down to 3 stamina. I'm gonna
then cook
spend
the
1
food.
more and cook all my meat.
Lots of food available. The food and water guy over here, man.
Yeah, and then I will move. No, I'm gonna stay so I can get extra
Yeah.
stamina if the card applies. I was gonna come down to you so you could just move
Yeah,
over
I'm
and trade
coming
off
up.
me. but-
I'm coming up.
Gotta stay at the
Yeah,
fire
you're going to the
because
flashlight
things are
anyways.
things are
Yeah.
going south.
My first night warm.
What?
Spoiled food.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Each survivor discards 1 food or meat. Oh, well, yeah. There went my fix my starvation.
I fell asleep and burnt 1.
Yeah, my insurance also went away.
Thirst. Each survivor either spends 1 water or suffers a damage.
I'm suffering
Water.
damage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, see, this would have killed me.
Johnson.
This would have killed me. Good thing I repaired that with the medicine.
Okay, sleep. Each survivor gains 8
I'm
stamina.
coming to get water.
I got plenty of it, John. You can have all
I
you
need
want.
2, basically.
I'll give you all 3
Okay,
until you want.
for those of us not at the fire,
what was that one before that?
Water or take a
8
damage.
stamina.
Okay.
And stamina.
8 stamina.
That's what it was.
Each survivor not at a fire and not adjacent to a monster token must spawn 1 monster token adjacent to their space.
Oh, well, okay. Put mine down south of me, please. Thank you. Yep.
There's monsters freaking everywhere now.
Yep.
Well, that messed me up big time. But how much food do you have? Oh, you've got enough food. So I could go to a trade action, and you need a wood.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll work.
I was just going to trade John for some water.
1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 would be a trade action.
You needed wood, right?
You need a wood.
Thank you. I'm good with wood now.
And then I'm going to do a recover action and spend that to get rid of my starvation damage. Still have 1 physical.
Oh, you know what? We should have done 2 meat on that trade, so you can have 1 for the next saving card.
Okay. Leaving me with 2. Does 2? I could go attempt to find out how bad that monster is. Since I can prevent 1 automatically, I might as well do that, and we'll see what we're up against. How's that sound? Since I'm the combat guy.
What?
Looks like a little guy with a stabby knife.
Serial killer?
79. Another survivor.
It's
Another
Jason.
survivor. Survivalist.
Yeah.
Wearing fatigues with a patch supporting the Big Dipper in the North Star. He's a 9/6.
Constellations are a thing in this game.
Mm-hmm.
1 clean water, 1 meat, or 1 medicine. So you get a choice, apparently. Ooh, a medicine would be perfect. But he has 3.
Why, you have sickness poisoning?
No, a medicine, I have a...
He has a physical damage.
I can heal you with medicine. You
Yeah,
can't.
medicine is only for.
Oh, the only way...
sickness.
Well, I have to give it to you to give it to fix me. So that's the only way you get physical damage done, huh?
You have to have a pharmacist.
Well, I dodged damage. However, I have my wooden staff. During combat, you may re-roll your dice. Still missed, but he missed me. So he runs in the 5 direction.
5 would be in the hills.
Well, I'm not going after him there because I'm out of stamina.
Yeah.
So there's a survivalist over here, by the way. We know what he is. You know what danger you're facing anyway, so that was as good as it gets.
All right, so I'm just going to spend an action to craft this trap so I know what it does at least. Item number 93, please. A fishing trap.
We can
probably makes food.
Make it.
If in a space with water or pelt, is that what that is?
With one of these water things.
Yeah, or there's another.
I can't quite.
I don't know what it is.
It's a fish. A water or a fish icon. Gain 1 meat to limit once per day.
Well, we're not going to have fish here. Probably the seacoast or wherever you...
No, we probably. But yeah, I mean, so, well...
We have to go to the water.
And it'd be one of these spots.
Yeah, okay.
Clean water spots?
It just says, no, it's one of these. It doesn't matter.
Spots.
It specifically has this symbol on it.
So
you can get something from that water. You get what?
A meat.
A meat, yeah.
Meat. We'll limit once per day.
Yeah.
All right. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to trade. Hang on, let me see what I gotta get you. So that leaves me with 3.
I don't need anything.
You don't need anything?
Nope. I got 1 hunger damage, but I'll be able to resolve that on my turn.
So we got 3 left. I'm gonna spend 1 to heal. Is it 1 per rest, right?
Yeah, 1.
So I'm gonna spend 2 to heal these 2 water damages. So now I'm actually effective again. Thank you. So that leaves me with 1 stamina. Might as well camp on the fire.
Okay. I'm gonna go move and gather 1. And it's a rock. Yay. I'm going to, for my next one, I'm going to build a trap with 2 rocks.
Okay.
Number 95.
And get a new project card.
Yes.
I need a new project card too.
Give him the project card.
Yours. I think we can shuffle these back in because some of them.
I think so.
This sounds
There are
good.
multiple.
A stone
Yeah.
mace. And I can build it!
When
What's
you
that?
craft this
A stone
card,
mace.
2 counters on it.
Ooh,
After rolling
sounds
dice in
good.
combat, you may spend a counter from this card to escape. Oh, I am such an escape artist. Okay, so I need 2 counters. Okay. Alright, that was 2.
So, if I leave this here, everybody can use it?
No. You can leave the project card.
If you put the project card out here, someone could
okay.
craft
You
it.
cannot give up the items.
So if you get the fishing one again, you can throw it over here so one of us can build.
You can trade during the trade action. You can trade the items.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The water
You're
replenisher.
leaving the safety of the fire?
He's the water gatherer. He's selfish.
There's a monster right there.
Maybe it's a rat.
1, 2. Because I want to get away from the monster.
And he refilled his water pouch.
Yep.
Nice,
Card,
nice,
night
nice,
card.
nice.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Thirst. Each survivor either spends a water or suffers a damage.
Thank goodness.
For the water boy over here. Light sleep gains 7 stamina.
Puts me at 8.
Time passes. Each survivor rolls a dice to determine an icon. I start. So I'll roll an 8. That is a wood. For each die roll, place a feature token of that type from the supply on each space with a matching icon and no feature
So you
token.
can replenish a wood.
So for each die roll, place a feature token of that type from the supply on each space with a matching icon.
Okay, so you replenish all the wood.
I'm replenishing wood.
There's one right there too. And one up here.
I'm confused. For each die roll.
We're all going to roll a die and then
Yeah.
we'll replenish
there's-
resources.
So potentially I could
So
roll
you
wood
could
and
roll
that would
wood and
be
then
yeah.
that would, no.
So an 8 was a wood, so
Don't
that,
roll it.
an 8.
the wood's already done.
6.
6 is rock.
Okay.
Rock.
Rock here.
One down there.
There is one more wood if there was any more blank wood spots, but just sorting.
One.
I think you can use the ones we've spent. Too.
No, I know. We just need to get a reshuffle them, basically.
We haven't used them all yet. One is bear paw, or the paw of
The
the animal.
animals.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think they're all up in here.
I can collect some more animals on the way down. Hopefully get some more food.
Okay, eventful night. Each survivor not at the fire draws a threat card.
Yay, me and Mike.
Revenge. The Mind Eater comes from nowhere and reaches for your neck.
The who eater?
The Mind Eater.
The mind eater. A mind
It
flayer?
says Mind Eater.
Okay.
As you fight back, you get a feeling that, in its own way, it's trying to protect you. Resolve enemy card number 84.
An enemy card.
This is that card that my wife got when we were playing. If
Okay.
one of us dies, he can just win.
Resolve this one. Wounded Mind Eater. As it stares at you, your memory goes foggy. Why are you here again? Okay, it's an 8/5 with 2 damage. Reward gain 5 stamina. At the end of combat, discard the enemy card.
Oh, maybe not. It's not on the second one.
Okay.
But we did drop this one.
84. So
So you gotta fight
You
him?
have to fight it.
yeah, I have to sit here and
Ugh.
So that the
resolve enemy card number at the end of combat. Discard the enemy card.
So you keep going till you kill it. Or he kills you.
I presume so, because there's no token to put out for
No.
it. Oh, that's
where are you? Oh, you're not adjacent to us. We can't assist with this.
All right, so here we go.
Good thing you're the combat guy.
Well, I lost both of those, but I get to re-roll my dice. I failed. I could spend a wood to re-roll the dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will spend the wood to re-roll my dice. And I got him once. Okay. But he got me once.
How many health does he have?
2.
And I get a token
to block the next one.
if I could discard it, but I'm going to
take
put the token because now I have 2 preventions.
Yep.
Okay. And I put a damage on him, so I only need to do 1 more damage.
Come on, Mike. You can do this.
That's cocked, but he's going to damage me or not. Yeah, I got him. Okay. But I will prevent the damage with the token.
Yep. All right. Nice.
And kill him. Gain 5 stamina. That maxed my stamina.
Whatever. The important is you're not dead.
That guy's gone. That card is resolved.
So who's got physical damage on them right now? Me and Mike.
Yep. Yeah, I have
is that it?
2 physical damage.
And you have medicine. Only one medicine.
I have a medicine. I have a poison.
Yeah, poison doesn't help me.
All right, so that was my threat card. Your threat card is what?
I put the turkey in the wrong spot.
Okay, we'll just discard it and decide battle.
You've got a threat card.
Foraging bear. That angry bear found me.
That's Mama.
No,
you killed Papa.
Good, huh?
Now Mama's looking for hungry
muffling
food.
and pawing of a great bruin passes through your camp, helping itself to anything stored there. Discard a berry, a food, and a meat. Oh, I got 1 meat.
All right. Well, that was
I'm okay with all that.
That was relatively benign, I would say.
All right, so now we're back to a new turn, are we?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, I've got 2 damage on me. I don't feel like I want to take any more.
And I can't fix your physical damage until I come across some medicine. So.
Yeah.
Shelby
I
has
do have
medicine
one.
on her.
Yeah, she only has
Give
1.
it to
Yeah.
you. I'm okay.
So in the meantime, not jumping on monsters.
Well, I'm gonna be here anyways because I gotta resolve this and maybe step off. We'll see where I go, but that's my next thing.
I was just saying, if Mike goes to your turn, you can trade with Shelby, get the medicine, heal Mike, and then go do your flashlight.
Yeah.
But Mike,
done it that way, but it
I don't know how
would
much
seem
time-
it's gonna
Mike
take a
has
lot.
of
Yeah.
stamina.
he could also like go gather some stuff, then run back to the fire.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's
1, 2. That was 3 to get up there. So it's gonna cost me 5 to just get to the.
Oh,
place.
you've got the thing.
Yeah.
You've got the thing that can resolve.
It's gonna cost
here,
me
so
5 to get here, and then I gotta spend 1,
7.
so 6.
1 for a trade and 1 for healing Mike. So it'll be 7
So,
total
1,
to do that.
2.
Yeah.
1, 2.
What is
I know.
rock?
I got stone at the wood spot.
I was like, wait, did we put the wrong tile?
Well, but I gotta spend an action on crafting this stone mace.
That was 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
Okay. So he's gonna be there no matter what.
So I'll be there for you.
So
Waiting on you.
You're in the space where I am, right? Hang on. Well, hang on. I gotta calculate my moves because 1 to craft the stone mace just in case. So that's 1. 2 to trade with you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
8. That's all of it. I wouldn't be able to investigate. So do I forego this crafting? I don't know how good this stone mace is going to be.
Mike have?
I have 2 physical damage. Yeah, I'm kind of not going to take on monsters till I get rid of one of them.
Sexton. Alright, give me that medicine. That's 1. I won't craft, I guess. 2.
If anything comes at you guys, you'll be together.
3. Yeah, that's true. So that was
6 total.
leaving me with 6 total. Leaving me with 1. Leaving me with 1 to do this rubbing. Resolve expiration card number 18. I have one left.
I know, but in case that thing did me damage or what? Go ahead.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Ooh, shotgun. When you find this card, place 2 counters on it. Before rolling dice in combat, you spend 1 counter from this card to apply a +6 to your roll.
Whoa.
If your final result is 16 or higher, deal +1 damage. Wow, okay. Well, that was worth it. I don't throw mace, not so important.
So you want to be the combat guy now.
So now I'm going to spend 1 to heal, because you gave me the heal you physical damage.
Well, there you go. Now you can go fight the monsters.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Okay, now it is me. Oh boy.
I don't think you need the mace anymore. 1, 2, 3. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
There's extra ammo up there.
Yeah. I might be clearing some monsters from over here. I may be clearing some monsters from over here. Let's see how it goes.
Kaboom! That only does 1 damage when you do that, though.
But if it's 16 or more, it does.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. I need a food, a wood.
Let me see. Ooh.
Food and wood.
And the wood.
Okay, so that was only 4.
There's the spot you needed to progress.
5 to flip it. So I have 2.
It's like a crashed boat. Is that what that looks like?
I'm gonna go on the wood and gather it for 1. Oh, yeah, it's 2 wood. And then, 1 down towards that, I guess.
Away from the monster.
Yeah.
They look like they're moving 2 every time, though. I just noticed that. So.
I'm going to move 1 down to the animal.
It is 63. It looks like a
wild boar. Wild boar. 8 and 11.
Those things can be
Not gonna hurt me. 2 meat and a pelt. Yeah, that's dead.
Bingo! Bam! Slaughtered it right away.
And does he mean any pelts? I got 3 of them.
I don't, but thanks for the offer.
I'm gonna spend. Okay, that was 1 stamina. I'm gonna spend 1 more stamina
and
to spin my wood.
Well, it made leather armor, but
yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, there might be a card that's like, oh, if you don't have a pelt, suffer 1 physical for.
You spent the wood. Okay.
For a stamina, I can discard this card to place a fire token in my space. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, that is nice. Extra fires.
Alright, so I'm going to spend 1 more stamina, go down 1 more, and collect some more water.
Moving.
You know, having a campfire up north isn't a bad idea considering the amount of stuff that we need there.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8. I was kind of thinking about going somewhere over here and putting a fire that way. Just because I want to get away from the monster.
Sure.
So if I do, I got 4 left. If I do 1 more to grab 2 more water, max myself out, I can move 1, and do 1, 2, and I can put a fire there as far as I can do it.
Sounds good.
You guys good with the fire there?
It's a good spot.
Wherever.
Alright, so we'll do that. So I'll collect 2 more water.
Somebody's up in the water area, they can stay, they find a fire to stay at.
And then I'll move 2 down, and then I'll spend 1 to discard this. I guess it goes back in there. And make a fire. And now this guy goes here.
Good. Alternate fire. Always good.
So yeah, if you guys need water, I'm right over here at this fire.
Night card.
Okay.
That's interesting, actually.
Malnourished. Each survivor either suffers 1 poison damage or spends a food and a water.
I guess I'm taking a poison damage.
Yep.
There's a food and a water for me. Gone.
That's the skull.
No, that's
the splat thingy.
Splat.
Sickness? Okay.
Sickness.
Alright.
Deep sleep. Each survivor at a fire gains 9 stamina. Each other one gains 7.
More water running.
Yeah, I might be coming your way, but I might be picking up some stuff on the way.
Oh no!
Oh no, he says.
Low flames. Each fire burns out unless a survivor at that fire spends a wood.
I don't have any wood.
So all the fires just burned out.
Of
How do we
course.
get him back?
Of course.
I don't know.
You have to go light a fire at that location. Or use his card to make a new one.
Yeah, I gotta get another bow drill.
Of course, it had to happen the second you spend it.
Right?
Well.
Night Stalkers. Move each monster token 2 spaces towards the nearest survivor.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You get attacked.
Yep. Because my fire went out.
I'm technically before him.
Yep.
So you get attacked first. So monster number
84.
Is that T-Rex? What the hell is that?
that's a
I
bad.
don't have an 84.
That's the.
No, these are A6 and A7.
Are they? 84 was the Mind Eater. Did you put it back in the deck?
No, they got into a discard pile because it said discard this monster after that. The card for the Mind Reader said discard.
Discard that
Discard
card.
the enemy card.
The
Oh,
enemy
discard
card.
the enemy card.
So, poof.
If there's no card, there's no card.
Ooh.
It does say if. Let me see. There was a rule about no card. I didn't read
fix
it.
this.
Card
Anyways,
not in deck.
This Mind
If you're
Reader.
instructed to resolve a specific card, there's no card with that number in the deck, then the survivor does not resolve the card.
Oh, thank
This can
goodness.
happen if another survivor already has the item or if the card was removed from the game by another effect.
You got lucky.
Haha.
Wish I might get lucky.
Well, maybe it's a rabbit.
74.
No, it's another survivalist.
Just like another dude.
Yep.
Another survivalist out to get us.
Yeah, it's about to get shotgunned.
We both got hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna collapse. Can I re-roll the red die for a rock? Nope. I don't have any gears to modify it. So I'm taking the physical damage. Ooh.
We need some medicine, guys.
And he's taking a counter.
And then he moves away, right?
Yeah.
He moves.
12. He's going to go
This
to the
way.
left. And what happens when I'm at 3 points? I know I'm not dead, but I think I'm collapsed or something.
No.
I think if you
4
take a
and you're out of the
photo-
game.
Yeah, 4 you're out of the
There's
game.
no
So you're
effect for
okay
3?
now, but
Sort
a
of
bad
okay.
spot to
Yeah,
be.
it's not a great spot, especially not with any fire.
Is it all physical?
No, 1 physical, 1 poison, 1 hunger. I was
hunger
trying to
you
make
can eat.
food on my turn, and I was
Oh,
but my
you don't
fire
even
just
have
blew out.
food.
I've got,
All the fire is gone.
yeah.
But you can relight. Let's see,
I
there
use
isn't-
6, relight for 7, and cook for 8. I got no stamina. I can do that on my turn.
You can restart
Restart
fire as an
fire.
action. Let's make sure it's automatic
So
if
these
it
have
is.
a-
Oh, okay, it is still there.
Yeah.
Wait. I thought it was gone.
Restart fire.
you might have to spend a wood.
If the survivor is at an unlit fire, the player may spend 1 wood
Yeah.
to light the fire. You have to have a wood to do it. Anybody got any wood?
I have 2 wood, but I'm
Shelby's
far
hoarding it.
down over there.
Yeah, she's gonna go investigate.
So that was back to me now, or do we need to move?
That was it for the night card, right?
Have we advanced the agenda yet? No, we gotta explore that last one.
Yeah, which is what I was planning to do with my turn.
So do you want to go? Does that make sense for her to go first then?
Find out where we are.
Because we advanced
yeah.
the agenda.
Yeah.
You want to switch to
Yeah.
Because the other
tribal
thing is
leader?
There's 3 more night cards. I don't know if
We recycle the
Yeah,
level
recycle.
2s.
Recycle them?
Yeah.
Okay. The level 2s only. Okay.
Yeah. Does it make sense to try to go to the next one?
It does to me. It
As
gives
the
us a
first
better
person
plan
in
of
the
action
turn?
versus putzing around.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
That would seem to be
Yeah.
a thing to do.
Congratulations.
Yay!
We all unanimously decided
Okay.
that you're the tribal leader now.
All right.
Wait, why is the dancer leading us?
Because
Tripping through the forest, dodging all the enemies.
because it does
The
all
bar.
things.
The bar wins the game.
Always. Okay. So 7. I'll
What's that
move there
meme?
for
The Barb's-
1.
Barb's sitting
and
there crying,
investigate
can't
for
do
two.
34.
34. 34. A crashed seaplane.
Oh, so it's a seaplane. I couldn't tell if it was a boat or what.
Whoever was trying to land this thing here would have been better off trying to land somewhere else. The plane is clearly never going to fly again. Resolve exploration card 36. flight plan. With the map of the plane's flight plan, you're able to spot some additional debris. It's a utility. For 1 stamina, if in the space with the shovel icon, resolve exploration card 37.
Yeah, get back up here.
So.
Okay, that took care of the objective.
Nice. So now we advance.
Hold on 1 moment. I'm putting this card back.
You go right ahead.
The shovel is here.
Yes.
So now.
So now we're on to stage 2. Scenario 1, stage 2. A standing stone sits before you, etched with intricate writing. Somehow, you're able to read some of it. Many talismans, 2 worlds, then there's a blank. Face your fears, another blank. Gateway home. Atop the stone sits an ancient card number 9, which will lead to the next stage. So that would be me.
Yep. It's all Shelby.
Okay.
I ducked that really quick, didn't I? Yeah, I ducked out at the perfect time.
Okay, strange talisman. You feel it pulling you toward an unknown destination. It's a quest item. For 1 stamina, if in the space with the binoculars objective icon, you may advance to stage 3.
Well, you have 2 spots to go to.
Good thing I can just dance away from monsters, because I'm just like, la la la. Okay.
Well, that's good. So you spent there, so now you are...
Okay, now I have 5 left.
So, wow, and then hitting the binocular spot makes the thing of... Wow, it comes to a quick end.
She's
maybe. I don't know what she's supposed to do, so...
Well, we'll find out.
It depends on what happens on the exploration
Oh,
thing.
boy.
Yeah.
So we no longer have to even check these 2 out down here.
Well, you never know. Those might lead to other cards that say do something on a certain icon, and the icon might be down there. You don't know.
Well, no, but the winning icon is right there, right?
It says move to stage 3. There's still another.
Yeah. Well, stage 3 is go to an exit. I'll bet you.
I bet you. Okay. I have 5.
Just thinking that's the way this looks to be set up. And it's going to be like, run for an exit!
Run away!
Okay, since I'm going to be 1 short anyway, I might as well move through that wood icon. So 1, 2, 3.
But you better probably need some resources 39. To go with you. You get to, it's not a monster, it's a 39.
Hanging knapsack. A small bag hangs from a tree branch. When you touch it, it tears apart, spilling spoiled food, a small package of medicine, and a handful of bullets all across the valley floor.
What the heck?
Gain a medicine. You may place 1 counter on one of your ammo cards. Well, I don't have an ammo card.
That's too bad.
But you gained a medicine, so this thing goes away now, right?
Yep. Okay. So that was 3, and then I'll move 2 more towards binoculars, I guess.
Do you want to go here or here?
Far one. Yeah, that's fine. And that's all of my stamina.
Well, I wonder what I'm going to have to do here.
Did you want to actually end here, so next turn you can light the fire dang it on the binoculars?
I could do that.
You have to have wood.
I do have wood.
Oh. She would end up here, though, John.
I would end up there.
1 short.
Yeah, but I can do it next turn.
Right, go over here, light the fire, and then go.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the thought, because maybe you can land back on the fire at the end of your turn.
All right, now it would be you next because I'm tribal leader. So.
Yeah.
So you got to keep these separate. So that's the north, that's the south.
You have no physical damage?
1.
So
I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Shelby.
Hi.
Want to make a trade? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give you some water here.
Okay.
How about some meat? Want some meat?
Sure. You want me to take all this water?
Yeah. Well, the water will stay on the pouch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going to give you the pouch.
Hey.
How many items do you have now?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. That's everything. Unless you're taking wood from me.
No, I'm going to leave you with your wood so you can light the fire on your turn.
Okay.
Because I have to leave you guys. I got to go clock in. It's time for work.
So I'm
going to finish my turn to pass off stuff to Shelby.
I see.
I
was like, what
I'm
are you
pretty
doing?
much almost dead anyways, so hopefully
right. Well, we'll leave you there.
I'm gonna go egg this thing on.
Maybe
Actually,
do one damage.
we'll go right here. Maybe they'll both come at me and leave you guys alone.
All right, valiant sacrifice. All right.
You're welcome, guys.
That mean boss of yours says
I should run right down and link up with you and trade and get all the stuff off you.
Yeah.
If you want to,
That could be a do thing. I think.
you feel free to take the rest of my
5, 6 would be a trade action.
You're with us for free.
And I can take 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get 6 items.
Cool, that's all I got left.
Okay. All right.
Well, what the heck? It's just got to be useful somewhere,
All
maybe.
right, guys. Hope you win.
So I have 3 stamina left. Where do I need to be? I don't have any wood, though. And so I can only have a capacity. It means I have to drop an item. If I get another item, I take it. So I'm probably
Or
looking
craft
for some
something.
wood.
You can't craft
I can't craft
anything. You
anything.
can discard.
Oh, project. Give me that's right. I need a project card.
You always have a project in front of you.
Oh. But then. Okay.
So you're gonna spend 1 to craft.
Yep. And give me another project card, and I got another leather armor.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So at 2 for 1, so I now have a space available, so I get another project card.
I don't think the project cards count as space occupied.
No, not the project cards don't, but
Yeah,
these do.
these
So it's
do,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, how convenient. Hi,
Don't
Will.
the leather armors give you an actual item card?
Yes, 90.
90? Okay.
So if there's another 90.
Yes, there are several of each one in here.
So I have multiple sets of leather armor to carry with me.
And a water pouch.
And I need an 89.
89.
And another project card. And I can put 2 waters,
in there.
or I can put 4 waters on this
and make
one
it count as 1.
Oh. I need card 95.
Son of a
These go
biscuit.
over
man.
there, 'cause they're
Yeah.
95.
And another project card.
There's 95. Project card.
When you craft this card, place 2 counters on it. Oh, I don't need this. I'll put this project card out here in the middle for anybody that's interested.
Wouldn't stand up.
2
We should
counters.
probably take his project card and put it out there.
Oh yeah, we
Just
can do
saying.
that.
It's one of those things. Okay.
So there's a couple things that people. 2 counters on it. After rolling, you may spend a counter from this card to escape. Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
That's your little escape thing that you got, the
Well,
traps.
plus I have an escape for just my normal ability. Anything
So
if I roll
1,
above
2,
a 4,
3,
I can
4, 5.
just walk away from a monster.
I got rid of my problem with capacity real
I see
fast.
that. I see that.
Yeah.
And where am I? I still don't have any wood. Oh.
2 in front of you.
There's that. Yeah, there's that silly monster. I only have 2 stamina left.
Yeah, you can't reach that wood. Stay there and assist him.
Oh, there is that.
Do you have any?
Well, how does that happen?
Do you have any water damage that needs to be?
I got to look up assistant.
Yeah, but do you have any water damage needs?
No. I only have 1 physical damage on myself altogether. Or if I'm adjacent, I can assist. Is what people are saying. I think.
Adjacent, yeah.
I think I'll go here.
Or he can assist you.
So
that's not adjacent to him, though. Is that what
it's
you're
adjacent to her.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if something
Yeah.
goes south here,
Yeah.
I don't need to help
Good
him.
place to be.
He's X. He can be killed.
Yeah.
He went into the woods and we never saw him again.
Yeah, but he was a great party member.
Oh, he was awesome, man. He was the water boy.
Yes.
Over to you.
Okay, so let's see if the shotgun is of any use, and let's get rid of some monsters, shall we?
Yeah.
This is just a regular. So 1. Oh, wait.
You have to flip it.
First, we are going to craft a
Stone mace.
because I don't know what it does, but it might as well be crafted 96 and not be wasted. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
During combat, choose one of the following. Apply +2 to your roll. If you deal damage, deal +1 damage. Oh, choose one of the following. That's pretty spiffy.
So, in using multiple weapons in combat, there was something about it, but I will
He's
I
only
think it was
got.
only can use one.
He's only well. I
got
guess
2 weapons.
I guess you have
Combat steps. Let me see. If you have multiple weapon,
You craft one, so you get one.
if you have multiple weapon items, you can use all of them. However, the combat can only use each item once
I see.
in each combat. So if it was like my multiple combat here, I could only use this once, which didn't apply at the time. So, but in your case, if you end up with one of those up against a fatal rated monster,
A wolf. Arr, 80. He's a 9 and a 5. So 5 to hit me. Is that what I'm looking at?
yeah, no, you have to roll under a 5 on the red dice.
It's 9-5.
I said
Okay.
for him to hit you
Under a 5 on the red die.
to dodge the damage,
And a
and
9
9 or
to
better
hit
to hit him.
him. And he's got 2 wounds. We're going to try the stone mace first. And not use a shotgun.
Which ability of the stone mace?
During combat, choose one of the following. Do I have to do it now? Because this one specifies before rolling dice. This one does not.
Oh, okay. So you're not using that one. So then you don't have to worry about it.
The shotgun.
You don't have to worry about your selection of the stone mace. You're not.
Yeah.
You don't even have to use it if you don't.
Right, correct. Yeah. So this is the one that I have to do
You roll
before.
the dice
Yeah.
and then apply modifiers.
Well, in this case, I have to choose it before, but I'm not doing it.
You got hit and you missed him big time.
So no, I didn't get hit. Rolled under a 5, you said.
You have to dodge the damage by rolling under a 5.
It was different. Okay. Yeah, apply +2 to my roll doesn't do me any good.
So
let's see if I can prevent the damage with the armor. Yes. Okay, so no damage there.
Okay, so both numbers are equal to or greater to cause damage.
No, he was gonna take damage, but his armor.
No. I'm just explaining the roll to him since
I
he
get
was.
it. Yeah, I get it. So now he goes where?
What did he roll?
He retreats to
rolled a
number
5?
9.
9, you say?
Yeah.
He goes this way.
Okay. All right. So that I got. 1, 2. Wood. Three. All right, a rabbit.
Rabbit is number
62.
rabbit. You have to roll higher than 8.
It can't hurt you.
We're gonna use the stone mace again. That's good. Dead rabbit, 1 meat and 1 pelt. I'm gonna spend 1 to come over here and I'm done.
Night card.
Hunger. Each survivor must either spend 1 food or suffer 1 damage.
Starvation damage.
Well, I'm close to death basically.
Yep, there.
Alright, light sleep. Each survivor gains 7 stamina.
Boo.
Night Stalkers. Move each monster 2 spaces toward the nearest survivor.
He was right. Move those towards the nearest, which is they're after John.
Yeah.
That's okay.
2 spaces.
And spawn 1 monster token in each space adjacent to the tribe leader, which is me. So
Okay,
just spawns
so
over there. Yeah, right there. Why not? Okay, so he got attacked, right?
yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do about that. We should flip that. Yeah.
It's a wolf.
72.
Does anything happen for a dead character? No.
He's out of the game.
Okay.
He discards everything.
Flip him upside down.
Discards everything.
We
He
lost
doesn't have anything left to discard because we took it all.
We lost our water boy.
And it's over to Shelby.
Right, which I will move 1 and relit this fire.
Yay! Spend a wood.
I have 2 here, so I'll get 1 back. You want to put that one over there? I'll take that one back.
We have fire again.
Okay.
Not that it helps without any meat, but the fire is there. Anyway.
I have 2 meat.
I have meat. I need fire.
You're cooking them, okay.
Okay, and then I need to move. Let's see. I have 4
to go get some meat,
left.
do I? Okay.
Could go to
Where's some
binocular
meat?
and go
I've
to
got water.
3. That was
Do you need water? You don't need water. You've got a water pouch.
Or
I could use anything.
What relieves the poison?
Poison is medicine.
Okay, so that doesn't help you because
I need food. And
you have meat.
If I had medicine, I could cure one of these 2, basically.
Yeah.
But I need to find medicine.
So I have 4 stamina left. I can either move us to stage 3.
Yeah.
Or the flight plan is to go to the shovel icon, which says resolve exploration card number 37. It says you spot some additional debris. Which way should I do
Seems
first?
like debris might be more useful to start. I vote debris.
I'm dead almost, so I vote debris.
Resources. He's looking for more, like a first aid pouch.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I need
1 to investigate.
And 1 to investigate.
Is that what it says?
Yes, it's an exploration card. For 1, yeah, you have to spend 1. It is exploration card 37.
Come on, good stuff.
A hatchet. The plane was burdened with outdoor survival type gear, but this hatchet is the only surviving piece. After you gain wood during a gather action, you can gain another wood.
Well, nice.
Also add +1 to your combat rolls.
I'm
willing to give this to somebody.
Yeah, well, we gotta come.
Well, you gotta come to you to get it.
Well, you should have at least 1 weapon, and that's a gathering thing too.
Well,
I would hold on to it
because she's a dot.
I can run away from everything.
I know, but this allows you to gather 2 wood instead of 1, right? I mean, so.
Yeah, except the woods are kind of away from her at the moment.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's over to me now, right?
Yes.
And we're at the fire. I have no meat.
Did you light the fire?
She did. I flipped the token already.
Oh, I didn't see that. So you were on it. Your buns were on the fire. I'm like, I can't see it.
So, the big question is, I don't have that much stamina. And if I get attacked, I could go to...
So I like this one. I would like to see different scenarios to see just how much more there is to it. But
well, there's 6 scenarios in the box.
I think it's just, well, not only are there 6 scenarios in the box, but I think it's exciting that you get different terrain.
Yeah.
Depending on which copy of the game you happen to get. So if you bought a copy and I bought a copy, our copies are different.
Yeah, what I know what a lot of people are doing is like, okay, I played mine to death. Here you go, let's swap, right? And we'll...
Yeah.
Well, I could be in trouble.
And I wonder if there's going to be like a secondary market for people trying to bust open the games and selling individual parts. I can totally see that because
I could see that, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I could even see Fantasy Flight taking advantage of that, being, like later on
no,
down
because
the line.
From their point of view, I mean potentially, but from their point of view, they want to sell boxes of the game. The individual parts are a lot harder and a lot more expensive to sell as a publisher. Now you got to have packaging for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean they could do it as in-house printing, I guess.
Okay, that's me.
All right, let's see. Where'd you go?
I went and picked up some wood, and I've headed for some food resources. Some foodie type resources.
All right, so I need to somehow get with you guys eventually, because otherwise I'm 1 away. I need anything. Either I try to find it for myself up here, or I come down where you guys are.
Well,
but the first things first, I need to do this. 1, spend a wood to discard this and put 3 rounds in my shotgun. Yeah. So now I can actually... Yeah, I can at least... This thing is loaded up. So then the question of action, the course of action here is: do I start heading down your guys'
Is that a
way?
token that needs to be?
Yeah.
That token you just
Yes. Hold on.
needs to be over here.
6. 6. One short away from the water. But I guess I'll do that. At least that's water.
You were here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, he was incorrect on the supporting combat. Within 2 spaces
Oh, okay.
is a supporter. Before dice are rolled, each supporter chooses to play one of their 3 support cards face up on the table or not to play a card.
You said you had
Make this choice one at a time.
1,
Starting
2,
with the player to the
3,
left of the
4,
combatant
5.
does not
So
play
you're
a
right.
card.
And you to gather.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You can take that. 2 rook, 5, 6.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
You spread out the results
5,
to the
6. And 1 to gather 1 water.
people.
Yeah.
I'll take it. At least it's not dead from dehydration.
Okay, so then what are the other things?
Because I was going to try to get some wood and go light that fire, but I don't see any wood around here. The only problem.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get to replenish it.
Maybe. Hard to say. In the meantime, I'm going to hunt freaking animals. I mean, I'm just going to clear this side up, and if the monsters happen to come my way, well, then I'll do what I can,
Yeah.
how I can. You know? Oh! I can also spend one
stamina,
here
yeah,
to
to
gain
get
meat. Okay, so that's going to happen. It's once per day, but whatever. So.
Okay. Are you prepared for night over there,
As
Mike?
prepared as I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I'm looking up the recycled tokens or not.
Okay.
Because he said yes, but then he's been mistaken before, so I need to...
Water shortage. Everybody has to discard 2 water.
Nope.
It doesn't say that you take damage if you can't.
Oh,
so.
I
thank
know,
God.
but you have to...
Because
you have to
I would have been
discard
dead. I would have been dead.
Each survivor turns one of their food, water, or sick damages to physical damage. You
Oh.
have to change your damage.
Food damage goes to
It
physical.
can be food,
Food-
sickness, or water damage must go to
God damn
physical.
it.
Each survivor gains 6 stamina,
That's pathetic.
and each monster moves 3 spaces
Oh,
towards the
so I'm gonna get it.
nearest survivor that is not out of fire.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's me. 3, 4, 5. Actually, so this is equidistant.
3, so this one
Yeah.
jumps
So
into
1
me.
my way, 1 this way. Is that what we're
1,
doing?
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are all
Never mind. You take
going
it.
this way. And this one jumps into me, which give me 73. It's a wolf pack.
Okay. This is a given to me. What do we do with this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2,
Tribal
3,
leader.
4, 5.
Yeah, towards me.
Tribal leader.
70.
Oh,
what?
'cause you
No, it
can
moves
dance.
3.
Oh, it moves 3. You're right.
They're only moving 3.
Where was it? Over here, right?
Too short because
Yeah.
you counted 5. They're going to be too short.
Did you say 73? That was your...
Wolfpack 73, yes. Dice. Do you have a combat that you have to resolve?
No.
John does.
I do.
It was within 3.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, but I go first.
Yep.
All right, so I have 1. If this enemy has a counter on it, apply -2 to its roll. Well, that's kind of handy. That's 4 damage to kill this stupid thing. All right, it's a good thing I got a lot of combat stuff. Okay, so I do give it a damage. And it gives me a damage, which I am going to discard this card to prevent that. And then the wolf pack is going to retreat in direction 5.
5 is north.
This way?
South, east.
So that
South,
way.
this
Yep,
way.
yep.
Yep.
Okay, so you have a combat.
Where we're gonna spend one of these. So I'm sitting at +6, and potentially I can use the stone mace if I want to. So
Okay,
let's see what's up.
counters.
Okay, so I avoided his damage, right? He's a survivalist. I can't see what he's got, but
9.
so I avoided his damage. 6 plus 4
is
plus 6
10.
is 10.
Which totally hits him.
So how many wounds does he have?
He has 1 on him, so it takes another.
He has 1 on him. He takes another. How many wounds? 3?
1 more, yeah.
I'm going to use a stone mace. If you deal damage, deal +1 damage.
Oh, and kill it.
So he's dead. So what's my reward?
1 clean water, 1 meat, or 1 medicine.
We'll take the medicine. We'll take the clean water.
One clean water, comma, 1 meat, comma, or 1 medicine. So I guess you only get to pick one.
I'll take the 1 medicine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's choice of the 3.
Medicine.
It's
because I can convert this into healing.
Yep.
On the physical level.
So.
Thank God I filled that shotgun up.
Okay. If it's alright with everyone else, I would choose to go first again.
I don't have a problem with that. Mostly I'm collecting and trying to keep from dying.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Unless there's something you're gonna do that's gonna cause damage.
I don't know what it's going to do, honestly.
So then, do you mind if I go first and try to heal up? Are you in danger of dying?
No.
Mike.
I have 2 physical damage.
And I have 3. So if I go first, I can at least heal myself and be at the same level as.
Okay.
Problems with that, Mike?
What?
Having John go first.
I don't know if anything she does will cause damage, right? Does that make sense? So I'm thinking about going first, healing myself, so I'm not at the point where any 1 point of damage will kill me.
Okay.
I don't know.
We don't know what's coming, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 1 medicine to heal a physical damage, because I'm the pharmacist. Spend 1 and 2 to gain a water and a meat from here. And
okay, so there is no recycling of the terrain tokens. There is recycling of the monster tokens.
Okay.
If there's no monster tokens remaining, then you flip them all and shuffle them.
All the ones you got, yeah, okay.
6, 7, 8,
No,
9.
otherwise the tokens are what they are. Those have no restrictions in terms of how many resources you can have. You can use fake resource tokens. But the physical name tokens are restricted to what comes with the scenario.
Okay.
So if we run out of replenishment, you can't replenish. That makes sense. Oh yeah,
no, let's do this.
I need a project card. Which reminds me.
I'm going to spend this to craft the trap.
Oh wait a minute, no I don't, because I put it out here. That's right. Never mind.
Well, then that one becomes yours.
Stone mace. There you go. Okay, so you went.
Okay, now I'm gonna go. Spend 4 to get to the binoculars and 1 more
to advance.
Do what I need to do. If in the space, advance to stage 3.
Here we go, the end game.
Alright, you find a stone doorway etched with intricate writing. The talisman fits perfectly into the keyhole and is quickly sucked through by an unknown force. Before you can open the door, a shape of fire and rock rises from the ground before you. This horror guards your only way out of this place. Remove the strange talisman from the game. The spawn special monster token 86. Sorry, I'm dyslexic today. 86. In the current survivor space, the enemy will lead to the end of the game.
So we gotta fight.
So 86 is.
How badass is this thing? It's probably a fatal monster to start with.
The Guardian. It stands between you and the door to freedom. If this enemy would retreat, you escape instead. If you completely kill him, you resolve exploration card number 8. He only takes 2 damage to die, but you have to roll higher than a 10. And
so I need to get my shotgun down there.
But he has to.
Has he got the fatal quality?
No.
Where you have to stick him out?
Nah, he's pretty.
But you get pushed off the space instead of him.
Right, which is okay.
Yeah. But I can roll an escape right now if I wanted to run away from him.
So how's that escapee thing work?
Add 1 to the combat roll.
So 9 or better on a T10, a D12. Not great odds.
So just to be noted, if a survivor escapes from combat and another survivor is in the space, it immediately starts a combat with the other guy. You trigger, by escaping, you trigger an attack on the other person.
That could be okay.
Okay, so now escaping
Big
combat.
problem is
Some cards allow survivors to escape a combat. When a survivor escapes, they move their figure to the adjacent space of their choice that does not contain a monster token, and the combat ends immediately. Any unresolved steps of combat are skipped, meaning that if the survivor escapes before the deal damage step, the survivor is not dealt damage, the enemy is not defeated, and does not retreat.
10 is the limit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So 2 spaces supports combat, by the way. So
she's going to try it.
I'm going to try because I have a trap. After I roll the combat dice, I can see escape.
Yep. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I think all of us have a trap right now.
Ooh, do we?
Yeah, we do. That's why I'm gonna make a beeline. The problem is those monsters in the way.
Okay, so his is a 4. You have to roll less. Is that what it is for it to damage you? So he rolled a 9.
Equal or to or greater
to
causes damage.
So he would damage me,
and you would fail to damage him.
Cat.
But I can add +1 with my hatchet, so that would make that an 11.
Cat.
And he would damage
Can I see
you
when you get done
Right,
talking?
but he would get 1 damage. I could take the damage.
Yeah. That's like...
To do 1 to him, I think it might be worth it.
Mike could finish him if he's
Yeah.
inclined to do so. I already went, so I can't help you guys this turn.
Right.
My big concern would be what's going to happen in the night.
Well, but I can, with my... Because it says that you, if the enemy would retreat, you escape instead. So I could move to the fire and be safe from the night. A lot of the stuff is like if you're not at a fire.
Maybe, yeah.
So
we don't know what it is.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attack him for 1.
Take 1 yourself.
And take 1 myself. And then
you escape.
I escape, so I will move to the fire.
And the combat ends.
And the combat ends. I still have 1 stamina, so
Cook
I will.
Meat?
Well, I don't have any meat, but I do have food. I'm gonna fix my starvation damage. So therefore,
yeah, well,
I have
my starvation converted to physical.
Still have 1 damage.
So I'm not even not so sure that that's a good idea for me to run up there or not.
No, it's not a problem. I was just letting you know that I mean, I'm gonna fix that.
Okay, alright. Well, I gotta order some food. Tara went to full time anyways, and we gotta order
Craft after rolling a dice in combat. So I can do the escape trick though. So
After
that
you roll the
could
dice, but before you do damage.
that could do it. Yeah, why not?
If you want to buy some
That's a
extras,
2.
to be on the safe side, that's fine too. So just let me know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass around
5
the
to
sign
get
up.
there.
Maybe everybody can figure out what they want to do.
So 5 and I have a combat.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot. All right, so I want to see what the sequence will be on this card because this is going to make there's going to be a bit of a problem here, maybe. So, first roll of dice. Okay, both of them failed. All right. Abilities to re-roll dice or modify die results. Roll dice. So how does that? After rolling dice.
You can spend a counter to it essentially nullifies damage you would do to you or damage.
Well, no, you have to look at the combat sequence here because roll dice doesn't allow me to modify dice before I use the trap. Because the roll dice step is there, and then the next step is modify dice. And I can't modify the dice with my staff before I decide to use the trap. That's what I was looking for, because it says after rolling dice.
Right.
So you can't select an item.
But I am standing next to you.
Yes, you can support.
Yeah, we haven't used these.
When does support
before dice are rolled. Too late.
Oh.
You may choose to do that.
Sense.
Yep.
But
what do you mean
how
it does make
is that?
sense?
You may reroll the great die.
Yeah, it's like you may re-roll the great die. How am I going to say that I'm supporting you? You may re-roll the great die if you haven't rolled it yet.
But you have to declare this before the combat, before the dice are rolled.
No, so you would have to.
It's not a re-roll after failure. You gamble that I need a re-roll on one of the 2 dice.
Okay.
Which is
right.
it's too late after the dice are rolled.
Okay.
And then I can't apply it anyway if I want to escape.
Right, I understand that.
So, yeah, nice. I can re-roll my own gray dice. Logical would have been to re-roll the red dice.
Yeah, which is another option.
I can prevent the damage, but that wasn't the issue. I'm going to have to escape because I cannot re-roll at the dice. And there's no way I'm going to take a damage if I can escape. So I'm escaping in direction of my choice. I'll escape into the fire too.
Good choice.
And that will end my turn. I'm not going to take my one. Well, I can't do that. I could step in there to beat up some monsters, but no.
All right, spilled water. Each survivor discards 1 water. It doesn't say anything about taking damage if you fail to do so. Okay. Hunger. Each survivor either spends 1 food or suffers 1 food damage. See, that would have killed me. That's why I wanted to.
And now it puts me on the threshold.
It's me too. So, sleep. Each survivor gains 8 stamina.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Bad luck. Each survivor not at the fire draws a threat card. If all survivors are at the fire, the tribe leader draws a threat card. Okay. So what's the threat? I might be dying here.
You get a threat card?
No, he's the tribal leader.
He's the tribal leader.
No. Each survivor not at a fire.
And then there was something about
if everybody's at a fire, the tribal leader. Either way, I get a card.
You said it way too fast for me to understand.
All right, a hunting dreams. Your nights are restless, and your dreams are filled with visions of a subterranean tomb. You cannot find rest until it's found. You cannot have more than 8 stamina. For 1 stamina, if in a space with the objective icon, discard. Whatever, so I'm capped out at 8 stamina. Until I either go here and spend the stamina.
Yeah, you go there, you're going to kill the monster. That's
end game.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can
8.
get there.
It's 2 to get into this one.
Yeah, it's 2.
All right. So do you guys want me to go first and try to kill him?
Well, you're the tribal leader. You have to go first.
I can pass this to somebody else if you want it. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, we can say that.
I don't want it
before. Well, I think you should, and then...
Because I'm on the precipice of being
Me too.
killed.
If I take 1 point of damage, I die.
So that's your choice. I mean, if you don't
have some damage.
Being first, you don't have to go there and do that.
And what? Yeah.
You know, because he may hit you and you have no prevention.
Correct. Oh, well, one thing I could do is do it next turn and cook this food. That could be a possibility to have some prevention, but I could die from... Oh, I have 2 culinary... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have a food damage too that could go...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I have a medicine in front of me I'd like to point out. If you can take it from me, you can just heal somebody's...
This is what it took me to get down there.
No, I
so,
understand.
Either I spend it on food or trade.
I know.
He doesn't even get to recover with the food he cooks.
Yeah, go ahead and cook your food.
Right. I mean, it's literally... I would love to trade. Does anybody have any food to trade?
No.
So I'm going to cook this food and hope to get... That's at least... If we go to hunger, I'm okay. Now, if somebody wants to trade with me, that's a different matter, but... yeah.
I have combat wood. It's useful, except... but... Okay, so there's 2 supporters. If somebody jumps into combat, they can get support from both people.
Yep. You're going into combat?
Because I can add +2 to my grade die.
Okay. Stupid question for you. You could craft this weapon if you're gonna go into combat. That grants you a reroll of the gray die, which is permanent, ongoing, versus using one.
Well, we eliminate that issue if we support by one person doing the reroll gray die and one person doing the reroll red die. Mm-hmm. But she still has to declare the fact that she's going past the trap activation.
Doesn't your stone mace give like 6? What was it that?
No, the shotgun gives +6, which I was just a couple of points shy of being able to go in there and not completely gamble everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, but the stone mace is good to add +2.
Well, our problem is we have 3 damage. If we take one, we're out.
That's exactly the problem. I was like, I wanted to get some insurance.
I mean, I can prevent one, so I could take one shot at it.
I can't even do that. I maybe can. Well, I can escape. No, I would still take the damage one.
But you have to be able to construct it.
Yeah, she can. She's got one more.
Okay.
She's eyeballing my mace.
No, actually, now I'm looking at your shotgun. Why can't I just spend one to trade with you, take your shotgun, and go kill it?
If you want to, that's what you can do.
Like,
well, you can refuse the trade.
I can, but if she's gonna go in there and kill it, I don't.
Because they can then also add +1. I mean, I doubt I'm gonna miss.
You'd be it only needs one more damage, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So you can do this.
Okay, then.
I mean, you can decide. It's not up to me. It's up to you guys.
Give me the medicine, because I can. And anything else it needs useful? No.
I don't know.
Keep the water for yourself, because in case you need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I take any water or food damage, I'm gone.
You need food, but I can't trade with you. I can trade with her for food. So if you take food damage, maybe you can trade. You can't trade with Mike, can you?
We're all on the same.
I'm going to look.
You get what I'm getting at?
You can only trade with one other survivor.
Okay. So if you wanted to spend a second,
unless she selects a trade action again.
Give him the food just in case.
Here you go.
Do you need a wood?
No, I've got one. So.
Yeah, you don't need the staff.
Okay, so now that I can move one space.
It says we have a couple.
Yeah.
Let me go take a look.
You're going to combat, and before rolling the dice, we decide if we want to help.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't need the overpower, because that says +1 damage, but it's useless because we only need 1 damage. So you're gonna do. I'm gonna do the defend, and you do the assault.
Okay, fine.
Okay. I'm defending you.
Okay. So, I will. Was 2 to trade.
There's a problem.
There's a problem at the bottom of the card. If the combat would suffer the damage that player may choose to have you suffer that damage.
I would not choose to, because I have one. I can take a damage.
I can't.
I can, so I'm not going to choose to give you guys the damage.
So I'm.
So yes, you can support me and let me re-roll the die.
One person. I can't. Either causes me to suffer damage. And then
it says the combatant may choose to
pass her damage to us.
I'm not going to choose
and take us
to
out of
pass
the game.
it to you. I am not going to. I'm going. I can take a damage myself.
Are we going to be trusting? Are we?
We're going to win this game. I'm not going to. Well, it's up to you. Can I have the dice?
Nah, you already got my shotgun. Nah.
Okay, fine. So the shotgun, before rolling dice in combat, you may spend a counter to apply +6 to your roll. If your result is 16 or higher, I deal 1 damage. You deal +1 damage. So it's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Because right now the problem would be, I don't know if we have to survive this night. That wolf and stuff like that.
I don't know what the.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 16. I would deal 2
damage
to it, which is gonna kill it. But I rolled a.
You may re-roll the red dice.
So you did support.
I did the defense because it gets rid of the damage, maybe. So now she takes a point of damage.
Still going to take a point of damage, but that's still fine. I killed it. So I still take a point of damage. It's dead.
And number 8.
Number 8.
Because we don't know what number 8 is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's the.
The stone door. Your fears subside and the mysterious creature vanishes. Was it a dream? Light spills through the door in front of you and you are transported far away from this place. You win the game. If there are any survivors remaining on the map, spawn special enemy 86 in the space with the icon, objective icon, blah, blah, blah. So I guess...
Everybody has to kill the monster?
That doesn't make sense.
Great.
That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. And there goes the shotgun.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
It completely does.
Every individual has to kill the guardian.
Silly thing.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened.
And this was what part of the complaints that people had is like, oh, this was
You're
co-op.
gone. Now the monster respawns on that spot.
And now I don't have a shotgun.
And you're out of the game.
Well, that's...
Yeah. Yep. Bye. You're gone.
I didn't know that was going to
Lesson
happen.
learned.
Uh-huh.
So, all right.
Over to me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can heal yourself one, so you have a shot at doing something with the stone mace and such and so forth.
I can heal myself,
I'm kind of in bad shape, and that night card is going to kill both of us, probably.
Probably.
So, I'm going to say all in and go for it. You can support me or not. I take a damage, I'm gone, so I will...
Can I see the rulebook? Because I have a curious question. What if the tribe leader then took out the monster first and won the game? You guys wouldn't be able... You wouldn't draw a night card because the tribe leader draws the night card.
No.
Yes.
Well, the tribal leader is then decided on where it goes. But anyway... That's very obvious that's what that card means, is you respawn the enemy back on the icon and everybody has to beat it.
I understand, but that's silly and it feels
silly.
like...
No, that's exactly the way it should be.
All
right, so it's me. I spent 1 stamina to jump on the monster. And if you would give me I would love the overpower card. And if I lose, I'm gone. I can prevent one anyway.
So I'll try the overpower card because, I don't know if I'll survive this night.
Well, I don't need,
because I'm stuck here no matter what.
Oh, yeah. So, roll dice, I've got rerolls, and I overpower, if I kill it in one blow, I can use all these rerolls, and maybe it's gone for me, and I get away, and then you take your shot.
If I survive the night. That's really going to be the reality of it.
Okay, so I dodge, did I just dodge the damage? I did. And I missed him. So, I'm going to re-roll. No. I'm going to re-roll again. No. I'm going to re-roll again. Yes!
All right. You kill it, you're out.
I get away.
So, and does that thing respawn now for me?
Right there, yeah.
Okay.
So, and you draw a night card and see if you can survive the night. The shotgun wouldn't help you survive the night.
If it's monsters move towards me, yeah.
I would have taken a trait. No, you have a food.
You're on the fire. They won't move towards you.
I could take an extra food because that'll heal me twice.
Okay.
If you're so kind.
I could have traded that off as I go.
I can actually
sacrifice myself.
go to full health.
So you got to draw the night card if you survive the night.
The shotgun would help if the monsters move towards me and attack me. Does that make sense how it would help?
No, I understand what the shotgun would have done for you.
No, I'm dead. Each survivor thirst either spends 1 water or suffers 1 damage. The one thing I don't have.
Yep.
See, this is disappointing because I loved this game up until this point.
But that's
exactly
remember what I said?
the way they designed the game, and they sent it over.
We discussed this at the beginning. It's cooperative, and then
it's every person for themselves.
It's just the way it is, man.
They have said that over and over on every forum and everything we've read and comments on the game is it changes at the end of the objectives.
Yeah,
and every man for himself.
So knowing that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have given you the shotgun, for example, because it's like, I'm going to have to face him, and it's going to be me. It's going to be my shotgun, right? Does that make sense? After having known this. Now, helping Mike, I didn't think I was going to be able to survive this night. That was the problem. I had a decent shot. I just needed a couple more stamina. In retrospect, what I should have done is pulled back, healed myself with the food.
Well,
but I couldn't get to it.
You can't survive the night. No matter what
I couldn't get to it. Well,
it didn't matter what Shelby and I did. You weren't surviving the night.
The only thing I would have had to have done there is pick up water because it was the one thing I was missing. I had this.
Yeah, because it was the water that killed you.
Yeah, it was the water that killed. So I could have tried.
The water would have killed me too.
I get it.
I had 3 points of damage and no water.
From my perspective, right? What I needed was water.
I feel cheated.
You feel cheated. You won.
Why?
I know
Mike
I
won,
won, but I thought it was more of a group thing.
It is not. It's not a group win.
It is. It is a group thing until you get to the end. You have to figure out what.
You win by individual players. It said that from the start.
Yeah.
Well, still, I still liked the game, but
no, I like the game too. Yeah, I mean, there is that. Like, you just gotta understand once the objective is done, then yeah, if it's convenient for you, help somebody else out. But again, you are trying to do whatever you're supposed to do, kind of situation. Yeah, it would have been nice to know that guy respawned, because then it would have been like, nah, I'm in no hurry to coming down there, man. Heal yourselves up, do whatever you guys gotta do, because we got some fighting left to do.
Well, I kind of knew that I didn't have the resources to survive, so it was.
Yeah. I'll get you.
You have to run up to the water and get some more water.
Well, I was there. Does that make sense? But the problem was, even if I was there, I had raw food. I needed to come down and cook it.
I mean, there would have been this fire here if you
but I didn't have any wood, and there was no wood to be gotten here.
It's a lot of...
Yeah, it's just like...
You have to survive the night turns in order to get...
Yeah.
Now, in this particular case, I would have been okay.
Not being able to heal physical damage is a big problem.
Yeah.
Well, he can do it, but he needs a constant supply of medicine.
What happens if we didn't have that guy?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because we could have
There's no other in-game effect that does that.
You could also get a copy of the game that doesn't have the pharmacist, because this is one of the variable...
Well, potentially, but we don't know what the other characters are. But I'm just saying the game has no in-game effect without a special character to heal physical damage.
I thought there was an item or one of the things that came across that was like change one of your physical to something else.
No, it was the other way around.
No, it was the other way around?
Yeah.
So basically, thirst is what got me, and I could have maybe prevented that if I was wise and stopped and got some water because it was the insurance, right? But time passes would have helped if I stuck around another turn there because it replenishes the... But is there any wood? Here, there would have been wood, so maybe then...
So not being able to cure physical damage is... The game would have been over a long time ago.
Sure, I agree with you, because all of us... But, well, you wouldn't have probably poked that bear with a stick like you did repeatedly.
Except you can't have... No.
You went after him.
I understand.
Aggressively.
It had nothing to do with the fact that you could heal me or not. I poked until I couldn't take any... I wasn't willing to take any more damage.
And he was taking advantage of his ability to block the next damage.
But that's not the point. The point is then you have to run from every monster that shows up on the table if you have no way of doing physical.
Let me see the other characters.
So,
out of curiosity.
How many of them?
Grub.
My other option of character replace stamina.
My other option of character brought out more animals to kill.
This guy is total selfish.
Yeah, my guy was a physical fitness guy or something. He can give up 1 stamina to help somebody gain 3 stamina.
This guy only helps himself. Whenever you draw a threat card, you on a 4 to 12, you do not draw that threat card.
Yeah.
This guy spends 1 fewer resource to craft an item.
That might have been something.
Bethany is a rancher, so she can trade. If in a space with a paw, you gain 1 pelt or 1 meat. 1 limit once per day. So she just gets it.
Yeah.
And she's whatever she goes here, she's a harvester. Missionary draws a survivor 1 space towards him. Useful, maybe. Oh, this one replenishes the paws.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. Yeah, that was the one I got where you put out more animals.
Kimmy gives, he's a personal trainer, so he gives 3 stamina, limit once per day.
At the loss of 1 yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Draw the top card of a project deck, limit once per day, and the assassin spend 1 poison to choose a face-up enemy token in an adjacent space, deal 1 damage to that enemy.
We never had any poison.
She did.
We had to go get the poison from them.
Yeah, but so she's kind of cool because she doesn't have to be in the same space as the
So
guys.
So you have to randomly be able to draw one card out of however many cards there are. What, 12 cards?
To heal damage?
To be able to get a heal damage?
Yeah, otherwise run away, run away, run away.
But I mean, at the beginning we're drawing, 2 cards apiece, so that would be
8 out of
cards out of
12.
12. I mean, it's a high
I kind of feel like
chance
the
you're gonna
farm
get
and
it,
assist,
but-
you want him in there
Yeah.
if you can. So
Without
anyway.
him, the game will be a lot shorter.
sure.
Tell us all what you think about it, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what some other people have drawn out of their boxes. Like with characters, there's always a healer in a box.
I'd be interested to see also the other terrain.
Sure.
Not just the one we have, but the other ones. I mean, I know that the little video we showed a little bit of like beach.
Yeah, we didn't get any.
terrain
Yeah,
or
and we didn't get
something,
any
like-
mountains really.
Yeah,
You know,
so
the mountains were in
This is different.
imaginary land. So
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good day, and we'll see you next Sunday with something else. I don't know what we're playing yet. We'll figure it out. Where am I going? There we go. Stop the screen.